Sound like Monty.
Good evening, everyone.
How's it going?
It's going good. You know, I think it was last stream when it was during the pre-stream. I think someone said, you know, I just imagine streamers stuffing their faces before they start a stream. And I want you all to know is 100% true.
That is what happened, I guess, this week. Not with me.
No, but it is very often true right before stream for me. But this time I was I was much more down to the wire. But the stream did start, and I did manage to put the stream live at 8.
Oh. Yes.
It was very much on time in that regard.
It's just a 15-minute wait, or 13-minute rather.
Yeah. I believe I saw when I was stuffing my face, I saw Doc Dragon comment that the year of the caveman never ends. And it's true. I thought, you know what? The only right way to start 2022 is with a caveman game on the stream.
Yeah. Everyone's talking about the chip, and I totally forgot about the chip. You just want to do the chip right now?
No, I do not want to do the chip right now.
Without any kind of like warning. I'll do the chip.
I'll do
the chip.
You gonna do it? You gonna do it right now?
I don't know. Should I?
I
can
mean,
do the chip.
I do not want to do the chip considering, you know, how quickly I just ate, especially.
I mean, I'm thinking about just doing the chip and without any kind of preparation.
Well, why don't you catch up on super chats before you subject yourself to that?
Well, I don't know if I'm going to do the chip. Dingus Glurt really wants me to do it. There was a $5 donation 12 minutes ago from our Rad Ranger. Thank you.
Thank you. I did see that comment.
Happy New Year, everyone. Well, Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, you know, the people seem to be enjoying the games we played in 2022 video, and as expected, just, you know, lots of baffled people by our reaction to Metroid Dread and Resident Evil 8. And you know, I think it's important to emphasize, like, I think when there's like a really, really, really good game that people just love, like, not just loving it equates to hating it from their perspective.
Yes.
Like, they were fine. They were fine. I mean, I did not enjoy them. But the Metro, I mean, but it's also interesting how like in sync you and I were in our reactions on those games, and how out of sync those in sync reactions were with everyone else. Because I mean, Metroid Dread, like, I like fully acknowledge, like, it's pretty awesome. Aside from, I do think there may have been the design may have been a little too easy flowing, I think, to some extent. But aside from that, like, it's a fantastically made game. And that's just all us. Like, we've just played too many Metroid-like games over the years. And
yeah. It's true.
It's like, I don't want that kind of game to go away because it is a great way to build a game world, but I don't know. But Resident Evil 8, like, the overwhelmingly, I don't think it was as universally well received as Metroid Dread, but the fact that just not very many people seem to be at all down on it surprises me, because it's like so obvious to me that it's like way, way, way not as good as, you know, especially 2 Remake or 7. Like, I just think 7 is so much better, even though it seems like most people seem to think 8 is better than 7. And I just don't think that's the case at all. You know, it's more in the realm of like the 3 Remake, you know, or 0 or Code Veronica for me. Like, it's, I mean, I like those
after
games.
we were done, we were just like, didn't really think about it too much beyond, you know, that we didn't like liked it that much.
Yeah, I mean, but don't get me wrong. Like I'm like saying like it's like 0/Code Veronica level for me. But like I like those games. I like those games, but they just aren't near top tier Resident Evil. So that's all.
Yeah. There was $1 from Yo-Yo Yoshio saying, first donation of the year, and it goes to these nerds. Happy New Year. Well, thank you. You know, doing our best to be as nerdy as possible.
Yeah.
this year. Let's see here. There was okay. From Gaming Blows. He's been a member for 16 months.
Wow.
Just saying, do the chip. Do the chip. You know, I mean, well,
I'm going to be playing Hotshot Racing, so I mean,
yeah,
maybe,
I mean, it makes sense, right?
Maybe it's appropriate.
Yeah. Let's see here. There's $5 from EB Chill 2 saying first games we played video without Dragon Quest. Felt strange. Wonderful video. Happy New Year. And I didn't even realize that it was the only one without Dragon Quest. I don't know. It has mainly been like 11 in most of those.
Yeah. I need to play Dragon Quest Heroes 2 still.
Yeah. It's funny because my son asked, he's like, "Oh, do you have Dragon Quest builders?"
Oh.
Like what are you talking about?
Where would
like I have it, but like how do you even like know about it?
Yeah.
And he like saw one of his favorite YouTubers play it.
Huh.
And I'm like, dude, there is a lot of reading in that. So like you're probably not there yet. Because I'm gonna be sitting there just like reading everything to you probably.
Yeah.
So like maybe some other time. And there was $5 from Dad1153 saying 2022 starts for me the same way 2021 ended, playing Ms. Pac-Man on my cutting edge Xbox Series X.
I mean that was often how the Xbox Series X went for me this past year. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. There's also like a 99-cent. If I could remove it, I would. I mean,
yeah.
Like why?
Other people in the chat can remove if.
Well, it still like shows up on the screen.
I know we can't. That's what I'm saying. We need other people's help.
Yeah.
On that. Sorry about that. But yeah. So I didn't know this.
You got this today too.
Well, I didn't get today.
Yesterday.
Oh, I ordered it like the same day Joe did his video.
Okay.
So Joe did a games I played in 2021 video, and he said at the very beginning, like, I took this idea from My Life in Gaming.
Yeah,
with permission.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had not seen this game before. I got the PS4 version. I'm playing on PS5. And I guess there's a Switch version too. I just assumed the PS4 version is probably better, but
it is. But here's the thing. So I almost bought the Switch version when I saw it when I was at GameStop a few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did a search for it, and it's like, like it has these, like this, like DLC or whatever, and it is, you have to download it. It comes on a voucher with the Switch version, and on the PS4 version, everything is on disc. There's like no patch or anything was needed.
Interesting.
So this is definitely the one to get if you want the complete version.
Interesting. So yeah, I mean, I know nothing about this aside from what I saw. Joe's, I saw that I see it's a Sumo Digital video, which I mean they make good games. So
Yeah. It's like, isn't like Curve? It's like Curve Digital is like, or was the publisher, right? But
I
it's
don't
like
know.
Sumo,
I don't
it's
know.
like not even like Sumo Digital. It's like the
Sumo did like
Sonic Advent, like Sonic and Sega Sonic Tales, or Sega Sonic like Racing, or All Stars Sega Sonic All Star Racing.
Yeah, but they also did like Sackboy.
Oh right, yeah. They've done a lot of cool stuff though. It seems like.
Yeah.
So this game's pretty cool. Like I only played one race earlier, and you know the drifting was a little bit tougher than I was kind of expecting.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting something more, you know, just like I don't know, like a lot looser. But like the drifting is actually pretty tight and is like very easy to overcompensate. It's not like Outrun 2 where it's just, you know, you're just like floating. It feels like in a good way. There's a whole bunch of donations that came in. Many of them without any kind of message, because I think that they just wanted to.
Well, thank you.
They wanted to push the on-screen stuff up. Thank you. There was $5 from Jesse Donat, saying clearing off the screen. Then there was $1 from Roosh the Bloods with no message. Then there's $3 from Yo-Yo Yoshio.
Thank you.
Saying to add to the list of crappy opinions by Yo-Yo Yoshio, what is your favorite style of D-pad? I personally like the rocking style ones like the Mega Drive over crosses. I even bought a modded NES Max with an analog stick hooked into the digital directions.
Wait, so prefers what over what?
I like the rocking style ones, like the Mega Drive over crosses. So like Sega.
Oh, well, I mean, I think that's a pretty common opinion, actually.
Yeah. I kind of go back and forth. For me, it kind of depends on the game, I think. And that is something a realization I only came to when we were doing the Switch controllers video. Where I'm like, oh, I prefer to play this. I'd prefer to use this D-pad with this game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily have a preferred type of D-pad. I mean, you know, for a long time, I don't think I quite knew or understood. This is not an X button to drive. I guess it probably could be, though.
No, it's R2. And to drift, I don't know if you chose a drifting car, but you just gotta like tap the brake really quick when you're going around.
Oh, while driving or while hitting accelerate. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And so I guess I remember Joe's video.
I guess
said,
the outrun style.
Yeah, or like somewhat similar to later Ridge Racer games.
Yes. Yeah. What I think is cool about this is that it's like Ridge Racer meets Virtua Racing. You know,
right.
It's like Ridge Racer with a Virtua Racing style graphics.
Yeah. You know, I've kind of been thinking lately, like, you know how like a few years ago I kind of like got back into puzzle games, like you know, it was really Puyo Puyo Tetris and Tetris Effect that really like kind of brought me back. And like that was a genre that I played a lot, like during like the Super Nintendo era and stuff like that. And like similarly, like during the N64 era, I rented like a lot of racing games. But like it's just not been a genre that I've like really been focused on outside. Like lately, like the only ones I really play much of at all are like Mario Kart and F-Zero.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like I might be poised to get back into racing games a little bit. Like Like I don't know. Cool. Like I just kind of feel it coming on.
Yeah. Did I miss Like from no, I didn't. From Sean Quinn. Okay, it's like a little bit further up.
So I guess
there's
the main mechanic in this game is that you're, unlike Mario Kart where you drift or you boost like right out of your drift, you like drifting just stores up.
Yes, that's what builds up your boost.
Yeah, it just stores it. Kind of like how F-Zero, you regain it when you go through the healing pads, but here you regain it by drifting, which is
right.
It's probably not a completely original idea, but it's pretty good.
So there was $1 from Rad Ranger with no comment, and also $1 from Mega X6 with no comment.
Thank you.
And 99 cents from Mike the Pone Star. Thank you, everybody. And there's also $5 from Jumata saying donate to help move the ticker, and also to say I enjoyed the 2021 games video. Thank you. Like I think that I'm going to go back to the idea that we had like a couple of years ago, and I'm just gonna like produce like my little on a per game basis throughout the year.
Yeah.
Instead of having to cram it all
so
in.
That we can actually relax around New Year's.
Yeah, like the last like that week in between, instead of like having to really cram. And we've said it like every single year. Oh, we should do it this way, and it never completely happens.
Yeah. Well, so I did like 2 years ago. I kind of started.
You did
making
like
a go
3
with
little like segments.
Yeah.
They were like actually a little bit longer than they probably
needed to be.
So what is going to happen is I'm just going to make a short little, like 2-paragraph blurb, and I'm just going to record the voiceover for it, and grab the game footage and just basically put it together and make sure that it's like from 30 seconds to like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
At the most, and like have like one B-roll shot in it, like that's basically what I was doing, unless it's like a digital game, and then just like store those up.
Yeah, we might have to tweak them a bit if they end up being games that we're both going to talk about.
Right, but that that's fine, because like there's certain things that we can always like redo if need be.
How did people feel that the games that we both talked about? How did people feel that went in this one? Because I kind of felt like we had more games that we both talked about in this one than we have in a long time.
Yeah,
like most segments I feel like, ooh, I didn't realize that was the last lap. That was close.
But I think that it's something that I thought it worked pretty well, honestly. Like I think that it's the way it flowed from one person to the next, I thought it worked really well. And you recorded a lot of just like interval recording throughout the year for those games, so it was good.
Yeah, I mean, all of like the big like new generation games, we didn't really have to go back and record anything from those.
Right.
It was mostly my retro games, because most of those I played on stream, so I kind of didn't have anything outside of stream footage already recorded.
Yeah.
So, and you don't let the footage fool you into thinking I'm like pretty good at the Genesis version of Ghouls and Ghosts, because that was footage Coury had recorded like on the OSSC like years ago, aside from the stream stuff. But like the full screen capture from it was Coury just gave me some stuff that he'd recorded years ago, because I just did not have time.
And the same with the B-roll stuff, because you were going to cut that out, and I said, like I gotta have plenty of stuff for that I can give you that would just take away like all the like the hassle of doing it, because that was one of the last ones you were going to do.
I was about to cut, because the first section was the one that I did last actually, and I was really close to cutting out Ghouls and Ghosts and Magical Tadaruto-kun.
Right.
And Yeah, I was real close to cutting those out.
Really quick, I see that Wake Up Sammy is saying for the game of the year, you're gonna have to record throughout the year. Someone needs to either shave all year or get a haircut. But we wouldn't be on camera. It would just be for the games that are not gonna be like our game of the year.
Right, and two, like if it ends up being the game of the year, we'll just save like actually declaring that.
It's like an on-camera
for when
thing.
we
We'll
shoot
do all
on camera
that at
stuff.
one time.
Yeah, because it would just be voiceover. The only thing would be, you know, I want to get my voiceover eventually at some point in the year set up like yours is. So my voiceover quality might change at some point in the year if we do it that way.
There was there's $9.99 from Sean Quinn saying, "Come on, try Coury's Team's game. What do we have to do to get you to eat the chip tonight? Want to wait until further into the stream and need time to digest?" I mean, I am open to doing the chip, but like, there's no way that like you are prepared to do the chip.
No, I'm not doing the chip because I just like scarf down my dinner like super quickly.
Yeah, you will.
The stream. I'm not. My stomach is not feeling up to it.
I mean, if it's just me doing it, would that be all right?
I mean, that you know,
could do it another time.
Then you know, with the joy comes back around again. You don't blow it all at once.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Eat the chip. Everyone's saying eat the chip. Eat it. Let me get through these donations and I'll go grab the chip. Okay.
Where do you keep the chip? Do you keep it out of reach of the kids?
Yeah, well, they know. They know. So can someone do me a favor while I'm like going through the rest of this stuff before I eat the chip, and tell me what on the website, like how long I have to go to be put on like the Hall of Fame on their website? Is it like an hour? I can't have anything to drink for an hour.
Oh, I didn't think it was that long.
I thought it was an hour.
That sounds brutal. Although
I feel like I might be able to do it.
I mean, I feel like if you pass like 10 or 15 minutes, you're probably fine.
Yeah, I mean,
like it probably subsides.
I mean,
by then
Dinkler is saying, I don't think y'all understand how hot the chip is. Well, can we?
I
mean, is it like going to be hotter than anything I've ever had?
Like, the gummy bear was pretty miserable, but I feel like a chip has got to be easier to eat.
Maybe. I don't know if it's going to be. Is it going to be easily like the hottest thing that I've ever had?
You're kind of being talked out of it. They're making you.
Is not gonna lie. It's the hottest thing I've ever eaten. Hotter than the gummy bear.
I mean, like it wasn't so much.
Like, don't do the chip. Don't do the chip. Eat the chip. Don't eat the chip.
I mean the gummy bear was just like, it was a combination of like texture and amount of chewing, like almost more so than the heat of it.
Like
it was just like actively unenjoyable to eat.
And they sold the chip at my local grocery store. How hot could it be?
How hot could it be?
Is it going to make me throw up? The chip lingers a long time.
I mean, is it just like pretty standard like chip size? You know, just normal chip size.
I mean, at the very least, it'll help me get rid of some of this.
I wish he could have seen
this
me
holiday bloat. Like this, like water weight, maybe. Don't do the chip. Do the chip.
I went back.
Anyways, I will maybe come back to
I
the.
hope that he'd be proud of me.
It made Pork Chop Express throw up after 30 minutes.
Oh, oof, oof.
I'm not gonna do the chip tonight. If it's gonna make me throw up. after 30 minutes. I mean, that sounds frightening.
So is there like a
Do it.
gameplay difference between any of the characters?
Everyone's like, do it, don't do it.
Check out this guy.
I will think about it. I will think about eating the chip.
The characters do have different
Oh,
colors.
Victor. I thought that was like, it's like a mix between Macho Man and Hulk Hogan. I thought for a second.
I mean, maybe.
I can't believe you guys just talked him out of the chip. Maybe I'll still do the chip. If I go for an hour,
Is it an hour?
I think that's how I would get on the Hall of Fame under the Invincible, section. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna think about it. There was $5 from Scott Lennox. Thank you. Saying thank you for all that you do. Rock on. Well, thank you. And thank you for the $5 and for.
I assume you are in
doing
no
what you
way actually responsible for Linux, but
Yeah, exactly.
we'd have plenty to thank you for. So
There's $2 from Demo Kirby. Thank you. Saying just finished a complete U.S. boxed F-Zero collection.
Oh wow.
Well, I mean, I don't
Unfortunately,
even know what all that entails, honestly.
I mean, that would be. Oh man, I'm doing bad all of a sudden. I mean, that'd be F-Zero, F-Zero X,
Yeah.
GX, and the 2 GBA games. But then the third GBA game that's only in Europe. That's the pricey one. Or not only in Europe, I meant Japan.
Right. Well, now it's saying that Replicant 813 is saying Porkchop had a bunch of eggnog and booze. That's why he barked.
I mean,
Now we're moving back into I could probably do this. Now.
I mean, maybe they're just making that up. Maybe Porkchop didn't.
Maybe. I don't know.
How would he know?
I don't know. There was 2 pounds from InGen UK. Thank you.
Thank you.
Saying, how much would you love to see a port of Daytona 2? Didn't the source code for that or something like that leak online a while back?
Oh wow.
So that it's playable or something like that on, at least in name, right? I recall something like that.
I did not think I was going to make first place on that race.
There was $5 from Whiskey Vengeance.
Oh, I always read that as Whiskey Revengeance.
I need to make this bigger. It's hard to see on this monitor. Saying, ringing in the new year, finishing my first playthrough of Phantasy Star.
Oh,
Thanks, MLiG, for turning me onto this awesome and very ahead of its time game.
man, it's sad how on the last backloggery stream. What were we playing? Gosh, I'm already forgetting whatever we were playing that would have brought this on. So we did a thing on, I believe Doc Dragon is present here in the chat. He was the director for this past. He always claims the directorship slot for the last backlog restream of the year, and he had Drum use this emulator that could run a script where it would jump between games.
Right,
Like,
right.
After every minute, it jumped between a game.
To like a random point?
No, to it. You start at the beginning, and then it makes a save point for each game, and then sometimes it'll go back to the game. So obviously, you couldn't get very far. You usually couldn't even get into the game like on a PS1
It almost sounds
game.
like NES Remix.
Yeah, kind of. The emulator itself was pretty bad. I forget what it was called. It was not a great performing experience, but it was a fun idea. It was the only way to do it, really. But anyway, like, you know, a bunch of Master System games came up, and I said, have I beaten any Master System game aside from Phantasy Star? And sadly, it's true. Phantasy Star is the only Master System game on my backlog that I have marked as beat. It's really pathetic.
I think you should make a point to change that this year.
I should.
Okay, here we go. There's a $2 from Aquino 12 with no message, but thank you.
Thank you.
And there was 5 reals from Gilherme Sousa.
Thank you.
Saying, I find the lack of Tales of Arise and Shin Megami Tensei 5 in the games we played video disturbing. Now that I've gotten that off my chest, Happy New Year to everyone.
Well,
you had a lot of RPGs. I had 0 RPGs this year.
Well, you were really hoping to get Yakuza. You were hoping to get Yakuza Like a Dragon on your list, but I guess you didn't have time to finish it.
No, I mean I haven't played it in over a month because I was, we were working on.
I know, like I barely played any games like the last almost 2 months of the year because of how hard we were working. Played games to play them, It was brutal.
Yeah.
But I actually did get SMT5 because I kind of got
too.
I know you did. I kind of got that Atlas
It was
panic.
on sale. It was like $40, I think.
Oh,
but
was it? I think I got it before it was on
3
sale.
with it too, because that was $20.
Yeah, but I just kind of got that Atlas panic, it's very combined with the fact that even third-party Switch games don't usually get that good of sales usually. I was just kind of should I? And this makes me think of the second level in Stunt Race FX where it has a little underground water tunnel. I lost my train of thought. Persona games, like at least the recent ones have tended to get pretty cheap. But I was I don't know. But someone actually gifted me a copy of the PS4 version of Nocturne 3 HD.
Oh, cool.
That's 3.
Yeah.
And I definitely want to play that first.
Yeah. They're not. Are they really that connected, though?
I don't think they are, but I just thought that might be I don't know, a more simple jumping on point. Maybe. I have no idea. I mean, I played 10 or 12 hours of 4, but I just wasn't really feeling it for some reason. But I still want to give the mainline SMT a good try. But yeah, I do intend to, especially since it was gifted to me. I very much want to play the PS4 version of 3 first.
Yeah.
But as for Tales, I definitely kind of want Tales of Arise. You might notice that it very, very briefly appeared at the beginning of the Projectors video just because I downloaded the demo. I don't think the game was actually out just yet. Ooh, that was close. I don't think I've lost a race yet, but it's been close. But anyway, I kind of want to get that. I've never played a Tales game, seriously played a Tales game other than Symphonia. Symphonia is the only one I own, I'm pretty sure. You know, so I don't know. Like I don't have a lot of experience with the series, but Arise definitely looks like probably the one to jump back in with. Or no, I have Vesperia. I have Vesperia HD, which I mean I'm pretty sure like that one is definitely one of the best regarded ones.
I got the chip here.
Oh no.
It's like in this little. Would it be? I was just thinking about how funny it would be to, you know, if you're at a party or something like that, and there's like a bowl of chips. You could have just put one in there.
Like, I mean, you know, I mean, I've been assuming that the strategy is just to
Eat the whole thing.
Eat the whole thing
quick.
as quickly as possible. But like, what if you just like just nibble a bite off of it every now and then? Like, is that better?
Probably not. It tells you what to expect here. It says, here's what to expect with a picture of a scorpion. It says, any last words? Rules for the challenge. Eat the entire chip. Wait as long as possible before drinking or eating anything. Post your reaction on social media with the one chip challenge and mention Paqui chips. It says, here's what to expect. Made with Carolina Reaper pepper and scorpion pepper. The straight from hell chip. Just the idea is like, you know, this
special delivery.
This special delivery straight from hell. You know, it says straight from hell chip was created for the sheer pleasure of intense heat and pain. And it says that it has 5. It's funny. It sets it up like it's a fighting game.
Oh.
It says round 1 is the spicy punch. Round 2 is the scorpion sting. Round 3 is the vision disruptor. round 4 is the gut slash, and round 5 is roasted. And the thing is it has like a fighting game health bar. And one of them says you, and the other one says the Reaper. You, a mere mortal who thinks they have what it takes, versus the Reaper, one otherworldly demon fueled by the hottest peppers known to man. Holy cow.
Oh no.
I'm more afraid of the gut slash.
Oh, that was close.
Seek medical assistance should you experience difficulty breathing, fainting, or extended nausea. I'm like kind of afraid now.
Do you have anything nearby to drink? If you do,
I got a big thing
check it
of
out.
water here. I just like, you know, I was not that. I was kind of getting prepared for it, and then they said that this chip is straight from hell. This straight from hell chip. Water does nothing. It makes the heat worse.
Everyone seems to have their own like ending cutscenes.
That's kind of fun. Need milk or yogurt? Am I gonna regret doing this without any kind of like preparation?
Like what is preparation?
You know, I think was it Shadow Mass that sent me a video of somebody trying it recently. I didn't get a chance to watch the video. Let me check it out. Yeah.
Everything in harmony.
Like I'm
Zane's dad says alcohol cuts the pepper oils, and I've heard that too.
yeah. Have some ice cream handy. It's like a 20-second video.
Oh look, we're going to Jurassic
It
Park.
looks like his mouth is bleeding.
This makes me think of that level in Beetle Adventure Racing where it has like some Jurassic Park vibes.
Oh yeah. You know, like
No, the drifting in this game is really fun.
yeah. I only played one race, so
Yes, I really like this.
I wonder what color it is. Should I? I'm gonna open it.
Alright.
Once I open it, there's pretty much no turning back, is there? It's like, you ever have that, you know you're about to eat something, it's like you can almost taste it before you even taste it. You can taste how it's gonna make your mouth react. You can feel it already.
I mean, your tongue starts like salivate,
Yeah, but it kind of has like
salivating.
yeah, but it feels like
Like when you like I remember you were talking about that when we were talking about those pepperoncini peppers, however you say
I
it.
love pepperoncini.
Yeah, I love them. But like when I like really get a craving for one of those, like I can kind of feel it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So after I eat it, I gotta go and wash my hands because it has powder on it.
So have you opened it yet? What color is it?
I haven't opened it yet, but somebody in the chat says that it's black.
Whoa. Well, I mean, I've had black corn chips before.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't that what Buffalo Wild Wings gives you? Like it's a mixture of like yellow and black tortilla chips.
But I mean, that's just like blue corn. Like they're kind of blue sometimes. Like there's blue
No,
ones.
more
and there's
purple, I guess. Yeah.
yeah. Someone's saying I should wear gloves.
Don't let anything.
I'm
get where
kind
you're-
of
get-
afraid now.
Don't get anything. Don't make sure no crumbs get anywhere for your dog to get.
I mean, is this like the final challenge? Honestly, like, is there any going to be anything that's going to be so hot that we're ever going to be able to top this?
I mean, maybe your taste buds will just be destroyed and
Yes.
everything is easy after this.
Yeah. Oh, there's a couple of donations really quick. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
There was $2 from Phenomenus. Thank you. Saying $2 for tomorrow's bottle of Mylanta. And there is $10 from Josean. Sorry, I definitely messed it up in some way or another. Saying, bought Steel Assault thanks to your recommendation, Coury. Great game. Have you tried the new update that came out this December for the Retro King 5X? Are you guys planning on doing a video about it? We won't be doing a video on it, but I've used it a little bit, and it's amazing. It is amazing how much it adds. I mean, it's like a whole different thing. Like it's just like added so much to it. It's kind of crazy.
I have to be
It's
honest.
like
I
suddenly
still
it's
have not
becoming
gotten
like-
around to it.
It's like suddenly like approaching like OSSC levels.
But the ease of use is still there if you want it to be.
Right. Oh yeah. Exactly. But I mean, you can make profiles and stuff like that. It's pretty crazy. I don't know if I should do this. Like everyone's scaring me. I'm scared.
You
There
know,
was $5 from EB Chill. Thank you. Saying if you're gonna eat that chip, shouldn't try be playing Doom on insanity level or something. Is anyone home just in case?
I mean, like Sean Quinn says, they wouldn't sell that in like local grocery stores if there was a significant risk involved.
Yeah. There's $1.99 from Gaming Blow saying yes, eat chip.
Oh no! Oh, I really screwed up on my last drift there. You know, when someone commented on Steel Assault, it reminded me, I saw during the pre-stream, I saw someone say something about they were playing Panzer Paladin. You know, I kind of got, there was a comment or two, and I've kind of gotten an impression, you know, since me raving about Panzer Paladin, like apparently it reviewed poorly, which just like blows my mind. Like, blows my mind.
It's too era appropriate. I
guess that's what it is, because like my like if if that's true that it reviewed poorly, like it is so obviously to me like in the top 3 pixel art indie games I've ever played. Like it is so good, and that just really reinforces to me that, you know, your typical gaming press, like they just do not understand retro games.
They don't have any interest.
They just do not, like, I mean, what blows my mind is like, it's not even that hard. Like, I mean, I played on the normal difficulty level, very rarely died. And, you know, and then yet they're all into Dark Souls and stuff, which I am too. But like that's just, it is crazy to me that you would look at Dark Souls and think that's, you know, that's a appropriate, acceptable level of challenge, which I agree it is, but then think that something like Panzer Paladin is not. Like right. It does not necessarily make super obvious how you should go about like using your magic spells and stuff, like, you know, storing up your weapons and you know, breaking them to use the spells. Like if you store, like you could just like store up a whole bunch of heals and all sorts of buffs. Like it's nothing crazy at all. Like there is a lot of space between checkpoints. You know, that is definitely, I guess, probably the most challenging part about it. But I rarely died. Very, very rarely died.
Yeah.
Like it's like I did have trouble at first when when you recall I streamed here. It took me a little while to get a foothold. But once I got going, it was pretty good. And then I restarted the game, you know, a few weeks ago. Very is not that crazy at all. So like clearly people just don't get retro games. I mean, it's weird. Like when I look at like game news sites, like it's been this revelation in the past like year or so. That's like, I think most of the people who are writing here are like younger than I am, and like not just younger than I am, like 10 plus years younger than I am. It's like these people are not writing for my tastes anymore, you know?
No, definitely not.
It's interesting.
There was $1.99 from Adam Owen. Thank you, saying stop delaying. The time for action is now.
The time for action is now.
There is 5 reals from Guilherme Sosa saying, here's some spare change for the eventual medical bill. And RC says, with $6.66, says, you've got this, don't be scared.
I think you've got this. Like you have gotten yourself so
I'm all worked up over it.
And then every time you're like, oh,
I need to maybe, you know,
you're the one who's like never really even needed to drink anything for any of the previous challenges.
There was $5 from Ash or Ashura, saying, well, they do sell bleach in grocery stores and you're not supposed to drink it. Also, Happy New Year, fellows in chat. Thank you. And then there was $20 from Exile saying, good evening, Coury and Try. How is the room tour video coming? I witnessed some colleagues attempt the one chip challenge and they all suffered for a while. They did return to normal after a few hours or days. So
4 days.
4 days. I'm just gonna send a message from my wife saying I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna eat this.
Just so you know. I mean, you know, the worst part of the spicy stuff we've done is the time spent on the toilet.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
through
it's not
the
like-
evening and the next morning. That's the worst part about it. But the thing is, like, most of the time that was larger quantity. I don't think this is going to be that bad on that end because it's just so small, you know?
I told my wife and she's like, okay. So, okay. So,
I think you're going to
also-
take it like a champ.
I think so too. All right. So there's also Kitty Ears has been a member for 22 months.
Dang.
Thank you.
That's a lot of months. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a long time. Saying it's wild that Corey's thinking about eating a one-chip SNES console. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if that's gonna be better or worse. Okay, so I'm gonna open it, but I'm gonna eat the chip out of here so I don't get anything on my hand. I'm like, kind of afraid now. I feel like my eyes are itching right now. All right, here it is.
Can you show it to the camera?
Yeah, it's right here.
I can't really see it. So it's yellow.
Well, it's inside this package.
Okay.
It's like an airtight sealed package.
Okay. Be careful opening it. I'm worried about your puppy. Don't get any crumbs anywhere.
It's open, so it's like now it's happening.
Okay. Here we go. Here, I'm going to put our big cameras up.
Okay.
Oh, it is black. I see. Ooh, you're touching it. You're touching it. You want to get the whole thing in your mouth? It looks sizable.
Yeah. You guys are freaking me out here. I feel like my eyes are itching now. All right, for crying out loud, here we go.
Here we go.
Well,
It's not. You're gonna be like, oh.
You have to tweet to them, like tag it with the one chip challenge.
Well, you'll want to extract the segment from
clip.
the video. Yep. Here we go. Do it. Let's see it.
It stinks. It stinks.
I mean, we've had it for a while.
Well, yeah, I feel like we've had it for like 8 months or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, see you guys later.
All right. Oh, there it goes. Now keep that hand away from anything.
It's like immediately hot though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But probably less chewing work than the gummy bear.
Oh. Okay. Well. Yeah.
Is the heat in your mouth or in your throat?
It's in my mouth.
That I think is worse than the throat.
It's giving me hiccups.
Well, you might want to go wash your hands soon.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
I'll admit, kind of feels good not doing it at the same time.
Yeah.
You sound sort of defeated.
It was about fame, trophies, recognition. It wasn't even about me.
Yeah. It's
Driving is an art form.
It hurts.
Is more than the artist.
I see there's
Important.
$9.11 from RC
The conductor of what
saying
is
you are the man.
That is all that matters.
You look notably less comfortable
Yeah,
than
than before.
huh?
Then
Than
Previous
the
one?
previous ones, yeah. For sure.
what do I have to make it to get on the website?
I mean, are you feeling like
I'm sweating.
water would help or not?
No. Ooh, I do feel a little bit tingly.
Yeah, that was how I felt after the first dose of the bomb. I felt kind of loopy.
Milk and bread.
Does it sound tempting to give in?
I feel like I can't walk away, or else it's like, am I drinking in secret?
Well, I'm worried about your hands.
Damn.
So is it easily worse than anything else we've done?
It's like it's weird. I feel like my gums tingling.
Man, you've got me scared now because you've taken all the previous ones like they were nothing. Do you think the full mouth chip was the right idea or not?
I don't know. It's like this is like a lot hotter than like anything we've ever had.
It's pretty crazy. But does it feel like it's abating at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, that's good.
Although I do feel like a little bit spinny.
Well,
How long have I gone?
I don't know. How long has he gone? I'm not sure how many races ago it was. It was 1 or 2 races ago, maybe. That you
Okay.
took it.
You know, I was playing Cruisin' Blast with my kids,
Yeah.
and my wife was like, "I can't believe it just like repeats the same song over and over again." It's like, Whew. All right.
I think you ate. I guess this is the last race of this cup, and I think you took it.
3 minutes. Yeah, maybe.
I think you took it when I started the cup, maybe.
I can't read the donations, and I will.
Well, there was 2 from Ashura saying Coury looks like me in the ER with kidney stones. Oof. I've always been afraid of kidney stones. I felt like a year or 2 ago, like,
Don't bring me too much.
huh?
Wow, it's bringing me some milk. Thank you. Oh, look at this. She's the real hero. With some kefir.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a cultured low-fat milk. It's like drinkable yogurt.
Huh. Oh no,
You ate it at 9:06.
So how long do you have to?
But what's funny is she bring me some regular chips. Like,
Will those make you feel better?
I don't know. I feel like I may have gotten through the worst of it.
Yeah. You're sounding a little,
Like I feel
a little better.
Okay, so it's like kind of hard to hear right now.
Oh my gosh.
You know,
That was like round 3 or 4. Something was like.
we haven't got to the gut slash yet.
Man, I am doing super terrible this race. I think I got distracted trying to read the chat.
I'm gonna say, like, when you eat this, you are going to shit. I'm gonna say it. I'm just saying it. Okay, so 5 minutes is like the initial.
The initial what?
Like, to get on the website. So it's 5 minutes. Is there a 10-minute one? Because I mean, if we're going for 10 minutes. So it's 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 30 minutes, then 1 hour. The endorphins are getting released. Unleash the endorphins. That's what the inside of my body is saying. It's like it's like releasing a Rancor-sized metal gate.
Whew, I did not think I could recover that race. Is that the hand that you held the chip with that you're scratching your head with?
There's like sweat. I have this like little thing for my wrists, and there's like little speckles of sweat on it somehow.
Well, you need to get your hands washed or wiped or something. I'm worried about your hands.
Just my one hand.
Huh?
Just my one hand.
There's $4.11. Isn't that like
A 411. It's like, isn't it like in Canada?
I mean, it's U.S.
Or is
dollar
it 411
donation, but
information?
I don't know. It's definitely an emergency number for somewhere. Says I hope you have a bidet, and let me tell you what, like bidet
Here we go.
changes your life. It changes your life. And I can tell you that without it, some of my spicy food...
Life is somehow worse.
Yeah, it is. Your life is worse by some measure by not having a bidet. Yeah, I mean, you've considered getting one.
Yeah. Maybe. Oh my god.
Is it getting worse again?
It's getting better.
Yeah.
Like I feel, although, you know, who is it? Someone saying, I think the stomach pains were worse than the hot mouth. I gotta kiss that hot mouth right now. Got the old hot mouth again. So my big thing that I want to start doing this year is I'm going to start bullet journaling to try and keep my my affairs in order.
Bullet journaling? Is that like a specific term?
Yeah, like journaling, but also like, you know, just use a specific kind of journal to like track your day-to-day activities or your to-do lists. Has anybody else in the chat done bullet journaling? It's like hard to hear.
Oh man, I am not.
I'm gonna. Trout Butter says bullets. I'm gonna start bullet journaling.
I'm doing real bad this race. This is not.
In 10 minutes, but I feel like I'm gonna go for 15 now. I'm gonna go for 15.
That was not a great race. Ooh, now I'm number 2.
I like that it tracks your achievements. So I bought 2 years of Xbox Live today and then transferred them over to Game Pass Ultimate for $1.
How is that deal even possible? That sounds pretty crazy.
I don't know. They don't like. I don't know. Like I think that Microsoft doesn't care. They will literally.
They just want you in the ecosystem no matter what.
Yeah. Because what got me thinking about it is like a lot of people were talking about Forza Horizon 5, and I started reading stuff like, I was like, maybe I'll get that, and then it's like, you know, there's 20 gigs on the disc, and then you're forced to download 100 gigs from Xbox Live.
So it's not even playable. Oh, I mean, it's a cross. I mean, everything that's not cross-gen.
Right. Well, it's same with Halo. So, you know, like, I was like, well, I'd rather like get Game Pass Ultimate. I can get 2 years of it for the same price as those games would cost, and then I would just buy those games.
Well, I mean, you were
and
going.
Maybe there's like hopefully like maybe a complete edition or like just even a campaign disc of Halo Infinite that has like once the co-op version comes out.
Mm-hmm. And then you can get the disc for keeps. But see, I just got.
Does that make sense though? I mean,
yeah.
like
I mean,
Xbox Live year.
Well, I mean, you were probably going to get Xbox Live again anyway.
Yeah, I had a half a year left, and you know, so it's really I have that for.
So
for
you
2
got
years,
you got that, and then for an extra $1 you got
$120.
Game Pass.
Yeah. I'm gonna read some of these chats here. Okay, so there is 911 from RC saying, "You are the man. You're the man."
I think I might have heard that.
Man. A man. Man. And there's $9.99 from Sean Quinn saying, "It hurts." And that's a quote from Coury. It hurts. Ooh, it hurts. There's $1.99 from Adam Owen saying it was totally worth it. Thank you. And of course, the $2 from Ishura saying, "Coury looks like me in the ER with some kidney stones." Yep. Joshua Homeke said, "It's been 6 minutes, but said that 7 minutes ago." That's $5. But thank you. Okay. There was $5 from Shadow Mask saying, "Friggin' bravo, dude. That's some dad strength, I think." And that's $4.11 from RC saying, "Hope you have a bidet." Then there was, I love this name. There's $4.99 from Soup Bones. Saying, "I'm watching this right now with a fever and COVID, and I wouldn't trade it for the chip." There is $2 from Anonymous saying, "Bullet journal stream with Chris from CGQ when?" Does Chris do bullet journaling? If so, I'm totally gonna talk to him about it. That sounds awesome. There was also $2 from Samuel G. Saying, "Real Trinitron hours, who up?" I only know what the word Trinitron really is on that. Like how many hours on Trinitron? I don't know. All right. I feel like it's been 15 minutes now, right? Yes, it's been 15 minutes. So
you gonna say 15
I'm gonna
minutes?
go for 30.
Oh, okay. I thought 15 was gonna be good enough for you.
I had a split second there where I felt like I might poop my pants. Like a split second.
You mean just now, or
just now? Just
now. Uh-oh. So is it getting worse again? Is what you say?
I don't know. Maybe. I just want people to laugh. That's all I care about is just making them laugh.
Yeah.
Just lost the chat. They're like, nope. Signing out. All right. But I think I can go for 30 minutes. But let's just keep on talking.
Yeah.
Let's just keep on talking. Lord X Mutant is saying, I felt the same way about Metroid Dread, but my problem was more the 2.5D graphics don't really work for most Metroidvanias. The fully 3D cutscenes look good, but the rest, nah.
I mean, I don't know. I definitely think the visuals worked, but although, you know, this might sound weird, but you know, I actually really liked Samus Returns. I think that one was a much more divisive game. And again, you know, it could have just been when I played it, you know? I mean, that was, what, 4 years ago? And,
yeah.
You know, I was less burned out on Metroidvanias then. But, you know, I popped it in after finishing Dread, and obviously, you know, it's a... Oh, this is a 4-lap race. It's, you know, it's a 30 FPS game, but that usually doesn't really bother me that much on a tiny screen like the 3DS screen.
Yeah.
And
screen for ants.
So something I noticed when I was playing just a few minutes of that after finishing Dread was that the sort of the tighter camera made me feel more.
Sophia, you don't want any part of this, Sophia. Trust me.
You can't even pet your cat right now because you haven't washed your hands. Yeah, you're gonna have to throw that away too.
Yeah. Oh, it's in that box.
But anyway, like I feel like sort of the tighter camera angles like made me just feel more connected to the world and the environment, and then, you know, the couple of enemies that I was, you know, going up against at any given time versus, you know, these huge, super wide shots in Metroid Dread. I mean, I think most people, you know, consider that like, you know, a positive. I know John certainly, you know, talked about in his coverage of the game, like just how, like, you know, they could zoom out the camera so much if they wanted to. But to me, like I felt less connected to Samus and the environment with that wider view, you know? Like, does that make sense?
Wait, in the new one? No. Or are you talking about
the new one versus Samus
I like
Returns?
that it zoomed in a lot and zoomed out.
But I don't know. Sometimes I felt like it was just so wide, and I don't.
Yeah, well, she like when you would pull into like a train station or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I feel like those are like the one where the storm is raging outside.
Oh
is
yeah, it looks
like
cool.
it's like the best graphics in the whole game. That scene. But you know, I don't know. Like, I feel bad about like not really caring too much about it.
Yeah, I do too. I do too, because it's a great game. It is absolutely a great game.
And the thing is, though, is I feel I could go back and play like Super and or Prime. Like, I feel like I just play those over and over again, and it's just like it does not feel like boring at all. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just because like
I don't know what
like I know what to expect.
Yeah, I don't really know what it is. I mean, it's
familiar feeling.
I mean, and you know what's so interesting is, you know, expectations definitely play a role in how much I enjoy a game, and when a game exceeds my expectations, and in some ways I can almost walk away from that more, oh dang it, ugh. I can almost walk away from like a very okay game that exceeded my expectations. I can almost walk away from that feeling more positive about than, a game that is objectively very, very good, but I was just like, yeah, it was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Like for example, if I probably said more things that made it sound like I like Jedi Fallen Order more than Metroid Dread or something like that. And mostly because I was saying positive things about, and I don't know, it's just like games that are like universally well liked. Like I always feel like I have to over explain why I was like, I didn't feel all that strongly about one way or the other. I feel like I always have to explain it, so I'm mostly talking about negative things. Whereas games where it's like, I actually kind of like that more than I thought I would. I don't know. Then I feel like, this was actually interesting because of this, and that. So I end up saying more positive things about the so-so game than and more negative things about the better game. So I don't know. Sometimes it might come across weirdly.
I saw something I needed to comment on. Like one of the things that I didn't like about it is it just felt like so many items in Dread were just used to open doors.
Yeah, and it definitely
not even to like navigate to someplace, but just to like open specific doors.
I mean, the biggest thing that bugged me was like the number of places and possibilities that actually opens up was often quite small. Like it's like like you're going through and you're making note of like, oh man, there's this green door, there's this this plant barricade, there's this, there's that, like they're all over the place. And then like it's like, well, wow, I can't wait to be able to do something with those. And then you actually get it and it's like, oh, like everywhere that has that is somewhere I've already been. Like both sides of that barrier is somewhere I've already been.
Had a little bit of a burp, and then like some of that like the dust from it kind of came up.
Oof.
It was like, Pwah!
Oof. You gonna
how am I doing on time? I took it at 9:06. I took it like I
really. It feels
like 25 or 24 minutes. I feel like I can definitely go 30 minutes. If I go 30 minutes, I'm going for an hour. Like I'm like there, right?
It feels
I'm already
like
halfway
longer
there.
ago,
I'm
honestly.
going. What?
It feels like longer ago, honestly.
Yeah, it feels like I ate that thing back in 2019. Okay, so there was there's $5 from Joshua Helmick saying, I'll stand by my playlist. Metroid Zero Mission, AM2R, Super Metroid, and Metroid Fusion. That's all you need to play. And I've never played AM2R. Like, I want to play it. Sophia, I know. But listen, you don't want any part of this.
Does she want attention?
You don't want any part of this. Makes me think of that movie Walk Hard. Is it Walk Hard with the Dewey Finn story? Is that what it is? With Will Ferrell and no, it's not Will Ferrell, isn't it? It's the what's his face? I can't think of his name. Yeah, Dewey Cox. That's it. Dewey Finn is from what? What movie is Dewey Finn from? Am I gonna? Hopefully I'm embarrassed myself. Where's Dewey Finn from? Looks like a Kevin Smith. Oh no, it's School of Rock. School of Rock is Dewey Finn. I was just thinking about School of Rock recently. You know what I watched yesterday that was? We watched it on New Year's Eve. It was a lot of fun for the kids, and for me is Free Guy.
Oh, I've heard I heard someone say that was actually surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Like, conceptually, it sounds like the worst thing.
It does, but you know, I didn't really have a lot of interest in seeing it, but then I heard that like Mike Micah was like a consultant on it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, you know, it's on the Vudu. I bought it, so if it's
okay.
It was on sale, so I bought it for us to watch on New Year's Eve, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think that you'd like it.
Look, he's got a dog.
That was all I ever wanted.
Look at that dog.
Yeah, you know, it's the Lord Immortalix is saying, Free Guy surprisingly didn't feel like a 120-year-old interpretation of video games. So, yeah, I mean, it definitely did not feel like that at all. Like, I mean, especially like the musical choices in it. Like, yeah, you could tell that it was made by people who kind of like grew up in the era instead of, you know, just being told like what's cool and what's not. I do feel like my stomach though. Like I feel like my stomach kind of hurts.
Uh-oh.
Like it hurts.
Uh-oh.
I have not seen Pixels.
So there was no. I'm curious. Krantz are in the menu. I wonder if there's ever any like moment in gameplay that unlocks Krantz, because I just got gold trophies on normal difficulty for all of the Grand Prix. So I wonder if I should consider that beat.
Just now?
I mean, I got gold trophies on all.
Oh.
Maybe that's beat. Do I consider it beat? I don't know.
Oh, you did. Okay, so if you finish on normal, then you're done. You've beaten it.
I enjoy it. This is fun. This was fun. I liked it.
Rox Media, like I understand, like if you know where to look and everything. It's just that it's way more simple for me to just like I get things when they're on sale, and I can just, you know, like other people who like have my account information can watch them, and also, you know, it's more convenient, and it doesn't take you can just do it on the like in a moment.
I see.
Like.
I see Heck Boogie 1 saying people still play this game, not knocking it. I mean, I didn't know about this game until like last week, so I didn't.
That was like 2 years old, it looks like.
Oh, really? Well, it says copyright 2020. I mean, you know,
I guess it's like a little.
You know, if you watched our annual games we played video, you know, like we just released the other day, the games we played in 2021. You'll see that the games we play have nothing to do with recency or relevance.
Yeah. Okay, we got one more minute. I made it 30 minutes.
Wow.
I do like my stomach does hurt. Like it's you know, it's just kind of hurting. But I feel like I feel like I can go for it. I feel as though we can just link them to this stream, and that I basically did that without any kind of like day-long mental prep. It's only
I almost feel like the day-long mental prep would be worse. All right, so
Free Guy is not on US Disney Plus. Yeah, I think it's not till like February or something like that. That was kind of like what pushed me over the edge.
Oh, is that Disney?
Well, it is
owned?
now. Yeah, I mean, it was going to be released by Fox, but then Disney bought all of Fox's library, and you can definitely tell that there are certain aspects of it that were added after the fact, because like some Disney owned things show up like towards the end of the movie that definitely were not there before.
So
what is this?
Whiskey Vicious is saying, dude, do not touch your eye. Did you touch your eye?
I with the other hand. I haven't touched it.
I'm still worried about your hand.
Yeah.
So I guess it's got my. So like a year ago, I played the demo of this. So I guess that's why it looks like I've got. Can I like? I want to start fresh, so I'm going to like delete my data. Can I do that from here? Manage software. System settings. Data management. How do I do this?
Like I think more than anything, it's just like my stomach
delete
hurts. Like I
signal.
can see why someone would throw up because, like, especially like. I mean, I had a light dinner. I had some raviolis and some sweet potato raviolis, and like it's a salad. This is in my stomach right now, just going crazy.
So anyway, Jet Cave.
This is what you put me in there with. Oh my gosh, your free space is almost gone.
Huh?
Look how full your internal storage is. I keep like everything on my SD card.
Oh, I had like a tiny SD card on my Switch for a long, long time. So I had everything installed to internal storage. I mean, I don't think there's any meaningful difference between internal and external.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. The data's still here. Why is it still here? I want to start fresh.
Sophia. Listen, dude. I know. Come here. You can come here. You can come over here. Come here.
Maybe
Get over here.
could it be? Do I have to delete data for the demo?
There was 0 comments about my cat and my dog in the video. Zero comments.
That is rather shocking.
0 comments.
Like, and that was such a good shot of your cat too.
I know.
Okay, I want to delete the save data for Jet Cave Adventure, and then I'm going to scroll back down and see if there's saved data for the demo that's separate. So anyway, I played this. Yeah, we did a stream. You know, again, Doc Dragon, responsible for the final
Dr. Dragon.
the final stream of the year, oftentimes. And he wanted me to download a bunch of Switch demos, like good stuff, bad stuff, you know, just all over the place. And see what it was. And Jet Cave Adventure was one of the ones there. And we did because, 2020 was the year of the caveman, as we all know. Look at this. Here is my save data from that stream that we've gotten into now. Look at this.
The Adventures of Chris.
Yeah. Mimpy Dreams, Caveman Warriors, Puzzle Puppers, Happy Animals Bowling.
You passed it, they said.
Did I? Did
Dang, it's like it hurts.
Uh-oh.
That hurts my stomach.
Where was it?
I passed 30.
There it is.
Okay, so I've gone 35 minutes now.
Feels like you're close. I mean, it almost feels like at this point, drinking or eating anything might make it worse.
No, I feel like it's just what needs to happen is what's going on in my stomach needs to have some other things to work on. I think.
But anyway, this game, I'm not really sure who developed it, but
I'll save them.
It seems, it obviously it seems like a really stupid concept, You know, has some really generic, like, you know, B tier CG movie, you know, character models and stuff. But it
like
actually
prudes.
it's actually pretty fun from what I played. There is an Xbox version, but which I assume is better, but
Long ago.
this was on sale on the Switch eShop. It's probably not anymore.
A group of our ancestors found their home on a remote
But
island.
this one was 90% off, so I got it with, you know,
A brave hunter
200
in a cave.
Switch points, or, you know, whatever the equivalent of $1.99 is.
Yet when our story begins,
There's $5 from Kelly saying, I haven't watched the latest video to comment, so paw tip in honor of the critters in the video.
There are critters in the video.
Yeah. All the critters show up.
Yeah,
honestly.
Sandy is very, very blurry in it, but she is in it.
Yeah, that was hilarious though.
Was it?
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Like, you know, when I went back and was like looking for footage from like going back and looking at Guardian Heroes again, like really made me be like, wow, like so much of it had like faded from my mind, and like it was a really good game. I was like reminded just how good it was by looking at the stream again and stuff. And like the music is great. We had a really good time with it. Yeah, Joe was like, Sandy celebrating over there by murdering a sloth. Okay, so it does look like you can use the D-pad in this, but I'm thinking this is probably not a good SNES controller game. But, you know, it doesn't seem like he doesn't seem to have any varied movement, analog movement. But I'm guessing, well, we'll see what all the controls are, whether this could be a Super Nintendo game, but I'm thinking probably not. So this is 30 frames per second on Switch, but it's a stable 30 frames per second. It doesn't feel
In the indoor environment, is it just as is it fine on the outside too?
well. I'm pretty
I guess it is
sure.
called that cave.
I'm pretty sure it's just capped at 30. But it feels good though. Like it feels it does not feel bad. Like, I mean, normally, you know, 30 FPS and a 3D platformer, not a great thing. But
Yeah, this has got to be the gut. What is it called? The gut slash. This has got to be gut slash right now. Because it hurts. It does. Like it's like I feel like I just need to like push through it. I need to survive. But it does. It hurts. Like it's like ooh.
that bidet would be real nice.
No, it's not that. It's just I feel like I just need something else in my stomach.
So I like how in this.
But I need to keep on going. I mean, how many people are on the 1 hour list? That'd be good advertising for the channel.
I don't know if it would make much difference, but
No.
I like how you can like collect. You have like a health meter and a food meter, and you can basically like use your food. You know, instead of like picking up health, you can basically like just use it when you need it.
I saw someone asked earlier if I'd binged Cobra Kai season 4, and no, we haven't watched any of them yet. We just haven't had time. You know, it came out on New Year's Eve, and that wasn't going to happen. And we had our New Year's Day brunch yesterday. Not with many people, like two families, like in our 3 families in our circle. Guests came over, and we had Bloody Marys and mimosas and sausage gravy and biscuits. And it was a lot of fun. But so there's no chance to watch it yesterday. Like it hurt, like it's like not
comfortable, huh?
No, it's just like it does hurt. But I have less than 20 minutes to go. 18 minutes. It's like just like in my pit of my stomach. It's not heartburn. I like that he's like this. He's like, whoa. What is that? I can't lay down. I can't go off camera. Like, I need to make it obvious that I'm doing it. You know, like saying maybe the key is the Pepto-Bismol before you ate. I didn't have anything. So that made me think of like, you know, I get a lot of joy out of just like randomly putting on movies like with zero context. You know, for my kids and see like how they react.
Movies you love.
Yeah. And the other day I did with Spaceballs.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, just like watching with no like knowledge going in about it.
I mean, have they seen they seen the main Star Wars movies? I
mean, they've seen some of them. They haven't seen all the way through like a lot of them. But it was funny to see my son's reaction to Pizza the Hut.
What did he think of Pizza?
He's just like, what is this? You know, and he's just like, huh?
Has your son ever had Pizza Hut?
No. Never.
Never.
Whew. There's a $20 Canadian from Happy Console Gamer.
Well, hey, good seeing you here.
Good seeing you. You know, say, hey, Coury, can you believe it's already been 3 years since we did that Phantasy Star special? Time is flying.
Wow.
And yeah, you know, I was just thinking about it when I was listening to your New Year's Eve special in the car the other day. On New Year's Eve, actually, I was listening to it. And I was like, wow, I can't believe it's been that long. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. I mean, that was like a week. That was like, I'm trying to think about when we recorded it. It was like a week before, I guess. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. It's good seeing you here.
Yeah.
If you miss it, I just ate this. I just did the 1-chip challenge. You know, it's funny though. I'm just gonna go over here. I'm not gonna have anything to drink.
Okay, the way that you can do analog aiming before doing a mid-air dash, like definitely puts
I got chips challenge.
Put Super Nintendo controller out of the running here.
Not the same chips challenge though. Oh man, that was a bad idea to stand up.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Like this is definitely like the gut slash part. Like, oh, it just like.
So they weren't kidding, huh?
I got 15 minutes left.
That's not much.
I know.
That's not much.
Okay. I have to make it an hour to get onto the like the Hall of Fame or
The
the under
highest
the
tier.
Invincible, the highest tier on the One Chip Challenge website. I'm gonna go look at it right now. If I just put in One Chip Challenge, the first thing that pops up in Google is a one chip challenge death.
This is,
Is it worth it? I mean, no. I mean, it'll be worth it when it's over. Yeah. If I give up now, I'm gonna be like I will be.
you'll never forgive yourself.
Right.
I mean, this is a pretty good looking game, isn't it? Like, I mean, it's like just some random eShop game. You wouldn't think it looks so good, but it kind of looks Unreal 4, but I'm not sure if it is.
The Wall of Infamy. Okay, so I've already made 5 minutes is powerless, 10 minutes is powerful, 30 minutes is supercharged, and 1. Uh-oh, did the stream didn't die, did it? Okay, good.
I've got green.
Okay, good. It must just be me here then. Okay. If I don't move, it doesn't hurt that bad. And I think that this right here, they're starting the year off right.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there was $5 from Chris Kakatorian that I missed earlier. I'm so sorry. I hope you're still here. Saying every 2D Metro game I played after Super Metroid has been a disappointment for me. And I could understand that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's interesting because Metroid Fusion, generally people seem to speak very well of it, but when it came out, that wasn't really always the case. You know, I for a long time really didn't think very much of Metroid Fusion. I appreciate it more years and years later on a replay, for sure. But uh-oh. Oh no. I thought this was maybe the optional way.
But yeah, I held it up before, but I got a sealed copy from my good friend George Arthur, who
Still a copy of what?
of Chip's Challenge on the links.
Oh.
For the eventual Link's cartridge adapter.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, that was why I just bought Metal Slug First Mission and Neo Turf Masters because, well, you know, seems like a good thing to have something for.
I felt really bad where like there were some comments on the newest videos saying like it seemed like I didn't enjoy any games this year.
I mean, I don't think that was true at all. Maybe.
But I think that, you know, like I could see how some people might think that because there were some things I was like, oh, it's all right. Like
well,
that
I was like that
lot.
about a lot of games too. You know.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking about like in June, I'm gonna make a marathon of all those videos, of all 5 of the ones that we've done. It'd be like 4.5 hours, but I think that would be like that's like a really good idea for a marathon video.
Yeah, yeah. I can't believe we didn't think of it before, but I'm glad we waited for
Yeah.
the newest one.
Right. Oh, yeah, it's 9:57. All right, do I have less than 10 minutes to go?
I think you do.
I have like 9 minutes to go.
You might need to wait until 9:57 though, just to be extra, or 10:07, just
Yeah.
to be sure though, you know.
Yep, that's fine. It sounded like I enjoyed the games I played. You didn't play an astronomical amount, but it sounded like in some ways you enjoyed them more because you may have spent more time with them. Yeah, that's kind of like my goal for this year. I mean, I've said it before, like many times on the stream, and it's like not gonna be anything new, but like I'm gonna try to make it a habit of playing a game that I enjoy, that I liked, that I feel like, oh, I could replay this again someday. I'm gonna replay it immediately.
Yeah.
And like I'm actually like the game that I started playing yesterday, just like kind of out of nowhere, and is something I've already beaten before.
Oh.
And just like years ago is Ys Origin. Like I just started playing it because it sounded fun. And like that is a game that you play through it 3 times anyways for the different characters.
Have you played through it more? I mean, you've played through it more than once.
I've played through with all 3 characters when it was fan translated on the PC. That is it.
So what were you playing on PS4?
On the Switch, actually.
Oh, okay. What?
Yeah, I mean, it's such a fun game, and it's just, like, there's something about, like, just kind of refreshing about it now. Like, we just, like, how kind of simple and pure it is, where it doesn't need, like, all the exploration of, like more recent games, like, I guess of all the Ys games since then, which is kind of cool. It's just like easy. It's just fun and easy to get into. And I'm almost to the end of Unica.
Yeah, that was
Because
like
it's not like that long of a game. I mean, I think didn't you finish like her story like in a day when you did it, when you played it?
I don't know if it was that quick, but it was definitely.
You did it in a day because we were
rushing to do that podcast back in the pre-MLiG days.
Yeah.
At least I think that was pre-MLiG.
Was that talking about it too? That's some pre-MLiG days.
Was that the? I mean, that must have been the first MagFest, because didn't we do MLiG the second? Weren't we already doing MLiG by the second MagFest that we went to?
Yeah, I think so.
So
we had just started it.
That must have been the first. That's crazy, right?
Gosh, it's hurting again. Maybe this is the final stage of it. This is like
I mean, is it comparable to just like stomach pain you would have for any other reason?
Yes.
So it's nothing it's not the extraordinary.
I mean, it hurts. It like straight up burns. Yeah. My body is saying like, why'd you do this to me?
There is.
Is the PS4 version not a graphical downgrade then?
Of what?
Of Ys Origin.
Wait, is the PS4 version a graphical downgrade?
Well, Artemia's saying they downgraded the graphics in the Switch version.
Over the original PC?
Well, for sure, but I mean,
the original PC version is so old.
PS4 is all good, so I guess it is just the Switch version that doesn't look great. I think it looks it's perfectly serviceable.
Is it
Oh man, there it hurts. And I'm like getting so close now though.
okay, I realize now that I can fly like that. And then
Ooh, there's a burp. I feel like
maybe I could do that.
yeah, and supersize me when he like eats those
Oh, dang it.
Big Macs. I definitely have the cold sweats right now.
That's so interesting that I did not expect it to come back quite like that.
Well, I think it's just because of like what I haven't had anything to eat or anything like that.
No.
I mean, it's just like sitting in my stomach. All right, $5 from RC saying home stretch, be strong, stay on target. Like literally like 4 more minutes. Yeah.
Is that the way forward?
And see, I'm sweating again.
That's so crazy.
But this must be the roasted part. Okay.
Yeah.
It's subsiding.
So now it makes sense why the hour is like the full challenge.
Yeah. Well, like I wonder if I had had something more in my stomach, if it would be better or worse.
I don't know.
Oh, I have Xanadu next. I should play that.
What is that?
It's like a Falcom. It's like Falcom's like Ease meets Persona.
Huh. Pretty recent.
Maybe. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like it's on PS4, so I mean, it's like more recent. There's $2 from Dad1153 saying next roll of toilet paper is on me.
You wouldn't have needed that if you had a bidet. I bet you'll be thinking about a bidet after your next bathroom experience.
Yeah.
Oops. Oh, I didn't know that was a hit.
And maybe it's not Xanadu next. Maybe it's Tokyo Xanadu. Is that?
Oh, yeah, that sounds more familiar. One of the... Was it a Xanadu game or was it something else that I loaded up on PC Engine? It was one of those early Falcom games. It had a really funky title screen theme. It was something I used for in Analog Frontiers Part 3.
All right. So 10:06.
Ooh, yeah, you only have like if you just survive for another minute, I think you'd say you're pretty safe. You gonna wash your hands?
Yeah. After I have this milk and some kefir.
I mean, I'd almost be worried about touching anything. 'Cause then you have to wash that.
10:07. I mean, I feel like should I go to 10:08 just to make sure?
I guess you can. I mean, you know, I gotta tell you, I have like no desire to
Do this?
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, especially now.
I mean,
Like,
I mean, I still feel like I'll do it, but I have no desire to like do the hour, or even like.
Oh yeah.
Even
No,
like 10 minutes. I don't like. I just like I'll eat the chip, but I have no desire about challenging myself beyond just eating.
Yeah.
I have nothing to prove.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna be listed on the website. Either way. Although it would be cool to be listed on it twice. So did I do it?
I guess you did it. Eat you some good stuff.
Do I need to be afraid of like if I didn't succeed for one reason or another? Cause I'm never doing that again. It would be so funny though to put that in. Actually, it'd be horrible. It'd be a horrible thing to do. All right. Do you think I should wait? It's 10:09, so it's definitely been over an hour. But I think I made it.
You made it.
All right, here I go. Oh, it tastes good.
Oh, yeah.
Tastes good.
So your sense of taste is still there.
Yeah. I walked off camera for. I guess you couldn't see me in the background there.
I mean, it's amazing
Yeah,
to think that they must. I mean, how rigorously do they watch like all of the submissions? I wonder.
I don't know.
I mean, obviously we did it pretty darn legit, I'd say, but like, they probably get a lot of these.
Mm-hmm. I was only gone for so long. There's no way I could even drink.
Well, you just like stood
Anything.
up, right?
I stood up and walked over. I got I'm gonna have some regular corn chips now. Hopefully corn chips have not been ruined for me forever. Good.
Do you feel any desire to
do
some
some jumping
salsa?
jack?
Do you feel any desire to use some salsa with your chips right now?
No. No.
So this is definitely. I'm pretty sure the demo ended at 1-3. So this is for the furthest into Jet Cave adventure I've ever seen. Oh, that was a
Oh
short
man, a milkshake sounds great. Hope it's all right that I'm eating, right? Hopefully nobody minds.
I wouldn't have even I mean, like that just does not even register in my mind, like to be bothered by the sound of someone eating.
Whew.
Why is this game on your radar? Because I did a stream on the Backloggery a year ago where I was asked to download just about every conceivable demo on the Switch eShop. Good, bad, and otherwise, and just have a good laugh. And this So it had a demo. I was like, oh, this is actually good. It was $2 on sale the other week, so why not? I think it deserves a physical copy. I mean, I really do. I mean, this is a good little game.
Jet Cave.
Jet Cave Adventure. I'm sure the Xbox version is definitely, definitely a lot smooth. I mean, this is, I mean, to my eye, I'm no John Linneman, but it seems pretty stable. But it is, you know, it's 30 frames per second. But it's
Doc Dragon is in the chat.
yeah. This game is his fault. Also, Dog Dragon, did you notice in the games we played video that you triggered a boss alert on when I was fighting the final boss in when I was fighting the final boss in Legendary Axe 2. You triggered a boss alert and your name popped up on screen during that.
See, DWAZ777 is saying hello from Cincinnati.
Oh, that's not hello from very far for you.
Yeah. Hello from across the river. Oh, that's right. I heard some people. So the 3DS store is closing on the 22nd or something like that. Is that what I've heard?
Yeah, I mean, I did hear something about that. Like, people haven't really been talking about much, I guess.
No, like everything is super cheap.
Is that going to be the or is it already gone? Like, is this?
If there's anything about it?
Huh? Is this going to be the last chance to buy DSiWare games, or are those already gone?
It's the last chance to buy DSiWare.
I love on DSiWare Mighty Flip Jams. It's one of my favorite download-only games.
How do you like my 3DS? I got these faceplates when we were in Japan.
Oh yeah. If I had a...
I probably have not updated the firmware on this thing forever.
If I had a new 3DS with swappable faceplates, I would have gotten... There was a good Goomba one I remember seeing in Japan. Like the Goomba one.
Sounds like they are removing credit card support this month. So you can, it shares the same wallet though with the Switch.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Still?
You can, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh look, there's somebody at my Plaza Gate and it's my daughter.
You know,
remember when we would go to MagFest and we just like carry our...
Oh yeah, oh man, it was the best part of
all
it.
about
Like once 3DS stopped being such a thing, like conventions were like tangibly worse. You know, like it was.
Yeah.
That was the most exciting part of the convention was all the street passes. Of course, you lived in New York. You lived in a place where street passing was like much more likely in day-to-day life.
Right. But not that much. Not that much. Like after a little while. Alright, I'm logging this. I barely even used this 3DS. This one. Oh, I gotta do a system.
Is that your
system
Japanese one? No.
update. No, it's the I don't know, it's just my like regular size, not an XL. Like I wanted a new 3DS that wasn't an XL. What I got here?
Oh, reacts to hit this one. Oops.
So is the 3DS XL, like, are they getting expensive now? Just like, even like used systems?
I don't know.
I feel like the smaller sized new ones are going to be the ones that are going to be the hardest ones to find, because they weren't even like something that were sold like normally. I feel like it was like for one Christmas or something. I do
Yeah,
wish
they-
I'd got a new 2DS XL.
Yeah, I definitely thought about it.
I did too, and now like when I found out that they were like no longer making them, I was like, oh, I should go and get one. And I just never did, and now they're just impossible to find. Yeah, I mean, I had the same amount of money in my wallet on here as I did on my Switch.
Okay.
So
I mean, I honestly don't know if we could really do a video because, like, I don't know if we have all that much stuff.
right.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe you have more than I realize. It'd be annoying shooting the whole episode off of the screen, though.
Yeah. There was $6 from Mega X6. Thank you. Saying just supporting the stream, enjoyed your games you played video. I'm currently playing Hitman 3 because it was Rob's from PlayStation Access Game of the Year. Interesting. I didn't even realize it was completely out.
I have all 3 of the new Hitman games, and well, didn't the third one like release all at once?
Did it? I have no idea.
I'm not sure, but I think so. I wish I had waited though, because I don't think I didn't realize that the third game that like the engine advancements were going to like be like the old levels were going to be like forward ported, I guess, to the third game's engine. And I kind of wish I had waited because I guess I just didn't know about that.
Looks like I'm getting, so the only Sega 3D Ages that I don't have is on sale, which is Fantasy Zone.
Oh.
So I'm gonna get that. It's $2.99.
So now that you've eaten some stuff, does that seem to have helped?
Yeah, for sure. I might go and get something else though in a minute. I don't know if the chips were the best choice. I have a little more keeper. Let's see what else there is on sale here. I don't have any of the like Virtual Console stuff. I feel like I should. There's $5 from Craig Wan. Thank you. Saying Happy New Year, my dudes. Did you get a chance to try out the new Mortal Kombat Arcade Edition ROM hack for the Genesis by Master Lin Kui? Yet. And I have not tried it. I watched Sega Lord X's video on it, though, and it's pretty impressive. I definitely would like to try it.
I am unfamiliar, but I'm not.
It's just like a ROM hack of the of Mortal Kombat.
That makes it the colors or something more like the arcade version or something?
Yeah, it restores a lot of sound. Stuff like that.
I am not the person to really check that out, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, where is like the... Where I find games at a good price? So what did I find underneath that? There are a lot of Bricks games. Bricks Pinball 4, Bricks Defender 4. Jeez. Yeah, there's like nothing in there. Games on sale. There we go. Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse? How is that different than just regular Shin Megami Tensei 4?
I do not know.
Me either. Persona Q2?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that game. I never got that. I would
Reading
want that
History.
physically though.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, here's 3D Sonic the Hedgehog 2 that I also don't have, I guess.
Oh.
Do you have Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, or is that on the compilation?
That's the sixth game, the sixth main. 4, 5, and 6 are not on Switch. But you know
Well,
that
it's on sale for, it's normally $30. It's $11.99.
do they list the DLC for it, or do you have to do that through the game? Because I never got the DLC for those games.
It just says DLC available.
I wonder if
Apollo Justice Ace Attorney is also on sale.
I never. I guess is that a native 3DS version of Apollo Justice? I never got that. I don't recall that being a thing, but that sounds about right.
Maybe. I don't know. Oh, I have all this stuff that is showing.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, cool. You can get like the straight up like the Sega 3D Classics Collection cartridge for $7.99. Or you can buy them individually.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like it has like the, you know how we have the cartridge of it.
Oh,
like,
so you can buy a physical version or a digital version of that collection.
Yeah, but there's some stuff on here. I mean, it's stuff that if you don't have it, like 3D Gunstar Heroes, totally worth getting.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
for $2.99, and then the sale ends on Wednesday, I think. 3D Outrun.
You've never done a video just dedicated to those 3DS versions, have you?
No,
Like maybe you should.
I have like I'd have to be able to capture and play the.
I mean, you could shoot a lot off-screen stuff, and then I could get you some capture of what I can get, like just to mix.
Well,
it
I have
up.
that. I bought that capture kit.
What?
I bought the capture kit.
Oh,
From,
that's
Carson.
right. That's right. But they wouldn't be on that system. Although, I mean, I guess you could Uber it.
Yeah, well, I mean, right. I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
see, I don't know how easy it is to hack it now, because I mean, I hacked one of mine, but it's like with the Sega Ages stuff, because it boots into the games individually. Like, I could boot up the cartridges, but then I couldn't like boot into the actual games.
Oh, that's
It's
right.
like a different like a different executable or something.
That's right. I mean, I instead of doing like a last hurrah for buy all these games on 3DS, which we may not necessarily have much to say about that. Like maybe just doing the Sega, because those are some of the most interesting versions of those games that have ever been made.
Yeah. Exactly. That would be kind of fun to do.
Like it'd
I
have
know
to be
that
after
Joe
this
did
one.
videos on like all the different Sega Ages, but I'm not sure if he was able to do those. It's just hard to, get the point across, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, some of the best use of 3D on the system too.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Pretty sure that I have. Oh, there's Curse Castilla's on here.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Huh. I just wish that it would tell me if I owned a game already when I'm scrolling through here. 'Cause I'm pretty sure that I have most of, like, all the Sega Ages stuff I do. The only reason I know that I didn't have Fantasy Zone is because it was on my wish list.
Ah.
Oh, Hattori Hanzo. I actually have that. I have the physical, and it's like really super expensive now. Hang on.
Well, you've got like all the Japanese ones. And the one that they release in America.
I was like, oh man, it's like $90 or something like that. But now it's like I have no idea what it sells for now. It's this thing right here.
That's
Yeah,
the
it's
Japanese one?
Yeah. I mean, I just got it because I wanted it, you know?
Yeah.
And it has like all three Japanese versions in here. I didn't even open this one because this.
That was like the main reason you bought that Japanese 3DS at the book off.
Yeah. Exactly.
That was I think the second book off that we visited in the town that we stayed in Kashiwa.
I think so.
Like you and me went to one that also had like a hard off and a hobby off, I think it was called.
Hobby off.
Yeah, hobby off. We went to that one before we met up with Jimmy.
Right.
Then
Because that was like right in our neighborhood. It's like,
yeah, it was close enough. We went there before Jimmy got in town, and then once Jimmy got there, we went to the other book off, which was like.
So this thing it sells like it looks like. This one is going for it's 22% off right now. And it's going for $321.63, $366, $452, $692, $269. I should look at. Let me look at like sold.
I like how when I attack these dinosaurs, they just like immediately crumple into bones.
Yeah, so it's like almost $200 more than I paid for it. Generally going for. I'm still here. I'm alive. I might go and get something to eat though real quick. Just get a real quick snack. Is that all right?
No. Yes, it's fine. What are these items
right
that I
back.
can get? I can almost buy that trophy if there's a reason to. Is there anything that expands Jetpack's energy tank? Ooh. That sounds good. Ooh. Larger club, definitely. I'll take that. Additional food supply. I had no idea I could have been buying this stuff. Where are my trophies? I wonder how many worlds there are, because I'm still on World 1. I've been playing this a little while. This is the actual game. I played the demo a year ago, and I liked it, so the game was on my radar, and it was on sale for the $2 last week. I don't know if it's still on sale. I'm guessing no. I don't know. I think it's a nice little game. The Xbox version, I think, is only $15 normally, whereas the Switch version is $20 normally for some reason. But I'm sure the Xbox version is better. But I don't know if I think $2 versus $15 was a fair enough. I can live with 30 FPS instead of 60 for $2. I mean, this game is not quite high speed enough all the time to really be super hindered by 30 frames per second. Oh, $2 from Mega X6. Say it's still $199. Looked it up. I mean, considering how easy it is to get, Switch loyalty points, like I think stuff like buying games like this when they're on sale, or buying some of those DYA games when they're on sale, or the Ciactro games, even when they're not on sale, because they're always 99 cents. Like, so this is still $1.99 if this was striking anyone's fancy.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it right now.
You should. I mean, it's a surprisingly good looking little game, isn't it?
So what did I get to eat? There's a couple of pizza bagels left over from my kids' dinner. So I ate 1.5 pizza bagels. Pizza bagel.
What was the old song for that? When pizza's on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime, something like that.
Oh, I don't know. These are just like homemade. They're just bagels with pizza sauce and cheese on it. My kids love them, right? And they're really easy to make. All right. Oh, we got Freddy Fish and Putt Putt coming out tomorrow.
What?
I don't know. They're just on the on the coming soon list.
Is Freddy Fish a thing?
Yeah, it's just like kind of a kid's point and click from a long time ago. Ooh, Overcooked Special Edition is only $1.99 also.
I don't know. That's a name I've heard, but I don't know anything about it.
Also, Figment is $1.99. I don't know anything about that either. It looks kind of nice. Oh, and the tiny little screenshot. I'm so annoyed. It's like, when I got my son, he was asking for Lego Worlds with his Switch Lite. Like he wanted Lego Worlds. And I ended up buying it from the eShop, and it was like $29.99. And like this week, it's been on sale for $5.99.
Oh man! But you had to spend an equal amount of money.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but we did. He ended up getting Lego Jurassic World for $7.99. It's normally $40. So that's worth it. Because I think that this is hilarious that there is like a game on there, and the icon for it is a big spider like on the kitchen counter, and the name of the game is Kill It with Fire. And it's $3.74.
Kind of makes you want to buy it, huh?
Yeah, there it is. Jack Cave, man, it's 90% off.
That's hard to say no to. Is Strikey
You ready?
Sisters?
Here it comes. Man, listen. I bought it.
I just all I could hear was that time to a donation from Demo Kirby, and all I heard was
$2 from Demo Kirby saying moved into first home and now understand the struggle. Yeah, is it a newer house or an older house?
I mean, I have no intention of moving anytime remotely soon in my life, but I always like the idea of moving has always seemed exciting.
Yeah.
Like it's fresh start in some ways. Like I think it's exciting. Like whenever people say they're moving. Like I'm always like, ooh. I feel like I can live that excitement somewhat vicariously.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot imagine moving again. I don't think I'll be moving again. I definitely don't want to move again. I mean, I'm too happy with like what I've spent way too long building up down here. And I think there was a donation way earlier asking like, how's the room tour video coming?
Yeah.
And that's definitely something I'm super excited about, and it's like, I think it's gonna be like fairly soon. Like I have.
Mystery episode comes first. We
Mystery
decide.
episode is like the priority, and that is like
Is going to be the first episode of the year. We had to do that to get our butts moving on Analog Frontiers, so we decide we're doing.
Yep, and then Analog Frontiers is continuing like shortly after that.
I'm
too.
going to my idea right now is I'm going to try to kind of get 5 partway done before I get back to 4, and then like get them basically done and released like around like just a couple of weeks apart, so the whole thing is just finally done and over with.
Yes.
Mostly because I need to get my graphics finished before I have to I would have to resubscribe to Red Giant Universe, and Red Giant is garbage, and it's gotten more and more garbage over the years, especially after they got bought by Maxon, which is just like the most annoying, like just like being able to use the software that you paid for, and they double charged me last year. And by the time that I caught it, because one charge was on my PayPal and one was on a credit card. And because the charge on the PayPal went out of my account, it didn't register in my head until much later that it was because I believe in part of merging the Maxon account and the Red Giant account, I think I had an old work account that associated with my old work email address where auto renew was not disabled. And I think that's what happened. And it was too late. They wouldn't refund me by the time that I caught it. It was months too late. And so I am so over them. And I was over them even before that definitely solidified the decision for sure. But I have Analog Frontiers, the intros and stuff like that. The intros, the title graphics, the credits, those things use those graphics, and I lose access to that I think March 3rd. So I really need to get my butt moving and, get those graphics done and over with.
Well, I'm just we've talked about it. I guess I've been talking about it this last couple of weeks, and I think one of the reasons these last 3 videos have been pretty successful, I think, in that we just kind of just did separate sections, and that's something that we should just do more often. We used to do it a bit, and then we stopped doing it, and it just kind of feels nice to have oh, okay, so I'm going to be doing this part, and I will research and everything and do everything that is needed for these parts. Mm-hmm. And then we just combine them all together. Yeah, I mean
that honestly should probably be our main method of doing videos. And I think people would enjoy that approach the best.
Because it goes back and forth. It goes back and forth, and also I think that having those 2 different, different styles, but also they're very similar styles at the same time. Mm-hmm. But there's certain times where you do, or one of us might have an idea for a shot, and you can use that if you want to, in the pocket video, I did that spinning shot. It's I have some time to do this instead of I just got to crank through and edit this whole video. So you can slow down and be a bit more elaborate if you want to. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I think that is definitely going to be our method going.
Yeah,
and it's exciting because I think that it helps also with not feeling overwhelmed at the length of a script. Because if it's split up like that, mm-hmm. You're not oh my god, this script is 20 pages. It's if you're just doing your parts,
5
it's like-
pages is nothing, or 10 pages.
Yeah,
is
well, I
nothing.
mean, it is something, but it's like it's not like.
Yeah, it is.
overwhelming.
10 pages is like probably 35 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of got a handle on when I was riding the lightning round. You know, I kind of realized, like, I think it was 5 lines. I need to go back and double check, but I think it was 5 lines. Was about 30 seconds. And like
That's
maybe
good.
that
I mean,
maybe that should be like kind of a guideline, like if I'm being too wordy on something, like
Yeah.
maybe I can just be like, can I just like condense this to 5 lines, and that'd be 30 seconds to explain this concept, you know?
yeah. Yeah, I mean, and that's a good practice for you, right? Because, you know, like I've always been envious in the way that you can just kind of go on and on about stuff and like come up with stuff.
I like
But
run-on
you know, like,
sentences.
I joke around like it's got to feel like a curse though, like a lot of times too, where
Oh,
you just
yeah.
like, you know, like it's just I'm over explaining this.
Yes,
No.
absolutely.
Oh no, we run our own prompter. It's just like using like a iPad or like a phone or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Although this one I used, I bought a Parrot Padcaster, which just kind of goes on your lens, and it was super nice. I'd been looking for a teleprompter that was just really light and easy to move around, and I'd seen a lot of people say, "Oh, I use the Padcaster Parrot," and I thought it like looked cheap, but then I saw like a video centric YouTuber who I like, whose stuff I really enjoy. I said, "Oh, I use this. I use the Padcaster for my own stuff." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I guess I'll give it a shot."
But
Well, how about that? There's Brooks has been a member for 4 months, and it says maybe it's weird to thank for an ad spot, but in the Super Scope episode you showed off Noom. I joined, and since then I've lost 30 pounds and feel so good.
that's crazy.
How about that? Congratulations.
Well, I
That is
mean, you know, the
transformation.
the thing too about doing that sponsorship was, I mean, you were excited that was one of the ones that we had a choice of doing
Because I'd used it.
because you'd used it yourself. So I mean, you were like 100% genuine in that.
Yeah, and you know, like I've definitely it's like slacked off this last month. I mean, you can definitely see it in the new video. I'm like, oh, but you know, that's why I ended up adding in that line about like the, you know,
Bloated
here,
from
here
too
we
many
are again,
holiday
bloated
cookies.
from too many sweets. Like I added that in, like kind of in the like on the spot, because like, oh man, I feel like I need to cover myself for that. Because it's true, you know, but it's really tough to like stay in that zone like during this time of year, especially when you have a mother-in-law whose like favorite thing is baking and like makes Cocoa Puff cookies,
Oh my gosh.
stuff like that. Yeah,
Cocoa Puff cookies.
yeah, they're like peanut butter and Cocoa Puffs.
You know, thinking on what the other person was saying about you know, someone else writing the prompter. Like I would not be able to like even perform, so to speak,
Oh my God, yeah.
with someone else like present. Like the old HD Retrovision documentary that we did, like before they even, you know, released anything.
Wait, which one? Oh, the HD Retro.
Yeah,
yeah. Oh,
I
that's
shot
right, you
my
did that.
stand up at MagFest.
Yeah.
And like,
I
it
think
took
it's
so
fine.
long to get through it because like, you know,
Not
you
used to
were
doing it.
watching and you know, it wasn't so much the other people, like the unfamiliar people around me. It's more like people I know watching me do this. Like,
Yeah.
that makes it like, you know, like I have this weird thing where I cannot stand running into people I know, like in unexpected scenarios. Like it just gives me this like horrible anxiety. And like I have like, you know, over the years, like observed like someone I know from work, you know, not necessarily someone I didn't like, you know, but I would see someone I know like go into a restaurant and I would like, you know, I'm like pulling into the parking lot and I see someone I know going and it's like, well, I'm eating somewhere else. Like I just like strangers, I don't mind, but like talking to people that I know, like I have to be like mentally prepared to encounter people I know. Is that weird? I don't know if that's like if that's a common,
I mean,
if that's a common thing people feel.
it depends on who the person is.
Like I say, it doesn't mean I don't like them. It's just like I am not prepared to talk to you. Like well, for one, I mean, like you know, I'm not prepared to talk to you about, you know, small talk or whatever else, like outside the context of what I normally see you. I'm just not ready for that.
Well, if you're like eating somewhere too, it's kind of like, oh man, like, are they gonna like sit with me then?
Yeah.
I mean, it really depends. It depends on who it is. I guess sometimes it's like, oh, I don't really feel like talking to this person, so I just, you know, if I see them in a store, like I will try like pretend like I don't see them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But you know, if it's like, you know, if it's someone that I like am excited to see, it's like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. Like,
yeah. I mean that. I'm not saying that doesn't happen to me, where I you know, I'm like, oh, like, you know, it's good to see and talk to this person, but like, I do get nervous. Like it's weird. Like I would rather encounter people I like when I expect to encounter them.
Yeah.
I don't know, but anyway,
it really just depends.
But I say all that to say, like, you know, like when I did the projectors episode, you know, that was done at my parents' house, as you all know.
You had to wait for them to leave. Right?
Like I actually like specifically requested, like, you know, like you know, what one of their favorite things to do is just you know, take a day trip and go antiquing. You know, just go to a bunch of antique stores. That's what they like to do. And you know, I actually said, like, hey, do y'all think you like might want to go antiquing on the day that I shoot this on camera stuff? And like I didn't realize like my mom understood. Like I didn't even realize that like it needed to be explained to my dad, because my dad did not. Like he was like later when I like, so I had to do several, you know, I changed how things were worded several times over the course of working on that episode. You know, because I shot, edited, wrote, I did the whole thing. You know, I moved my editing computer to their house for several weeks and made that whole episode while staying there, because there was really no other efficient way to do it. Mm-hmm. You know, so I had to do retakes several times when I decided to change the script. And, you know, I asked my dad, I'm like, oh, can you, like, you know, like, he'll say, like, oh, I was going, you know, go do some yard work or something. I'll say, well, can you do that, like, when I'm reading my stuff? And, like, eventually in these conversations, it eventually became clear that he thought the reason that they had left on the day that I shot my on-cam stuff was because I was afraid of them making noise. I was like, no, that was
Well, I
not
get
it
that,
at
though.
all. Like, I mean, I understand now, like that thought never crossed my mind that he would think that was the reason I didn't want them there. No, my mom understood though. Like, it's just like I could not deal with being listened to doing my performance, you know? Like I wouldn't be able to get the words out right. Like I wouldn't be able to perform my best. Like I'm used to there being no one but Sandy there, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that being alone for that is like just part of my process.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I wouldn't be able to do it either. But I don't mind doing it when other people are in the house.
I mean, you don't really have much choice.
Right. But you know, they're not sitting down here watching me.
Yeah.
But you know, like one thing I've been thinking about a lot, and something I would like to do,
Man, the
is
second half of that fight.
if I could find a public speaking group here, it was just like kind of a free thing to do. I would totally join that, just to force myself to get over that fear and to just get better. I mean, I've thought about stuff like that just because I want to get better with my on-camera stuff and just, you know, be able to kind of ad-lib a little bit more when I'm just talking, you know, and just like if I change anything in a script, or if I'm reading like the teleprompted script, you know, like I trip myself up a lot of times if I go off script. And there's sometimes where it works out well, where I'm able to just recover. You know, like there's a whole bit in the year-end video where I talk about like, you know, getting Resident Evil, and the way that I said that was just I was kind of screwing up, but I was able to recover it.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it's like-
yeah. I mean,
I like how that sounds. I like how it sounds like more natural.
right. I caught that part. And it did sound. It did sound more natural.
Like, yeah. I mean, that's something I would love to do more often and not like trip myself up. And a lot of that probably just comes down to just practicing. I mean, I've said it a whole bunch, but you know, when I was doing those, when we were doing those video logs, I mean, I would just sit down in front of the camera, and that was the biggest benefit from doing those, was like how much better I just got on camera and more natural. And that's one of the reasons I want to get back to doing that.
I think I understand the rhythm now. Oh, no, that didn't work. Oh, okay. I think I got this figured out though.
Oh, was she on stream? My wife, was she on stream for it?
I
feel like she was like over here, which makes me like
sometimes she drops by and hands you Nelly off camera.
yeah. I don't think that. Like, never, like,
she's
appeared, like, on the
probably
channel.
popped up in the background here and there.
Not very often.
But I mean, I'm
can't
sure
think of any other
it's
time.
happened.
I was gonna say, like, I don't think that she's ever, like, I mean, both my kids have shown up at different times, but I don't think my wife has ever been on the show or anything in any form, not even in any, like photographs or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, I was thinking about just seeing if I could take like if there's like a public speaking like group. I think that it would be kind of amazing.
Is that a thing people do?
I'm sure that there is. It's like getting
Sounds
better.
more like a group for people who love public speaking.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, she probably did show up on a pillow because we had the pillow.
The pillow.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of a joke. She like
This sounds vaguely familiar.
they're like kind of like body pillows, Like, and she had one with me on it, and I had one with her on it.
I forget what the context of why that was shown. I don't
Yeah.
remember what it looked like, but
Yeah.
Finally
Well,
safe
Paul
from the
Bergkamp,
raging
it's true
mammoth and the
because
two
I
cavemen,
feel
the
like
shaman
just
asked
talking
her
on
why some
stream,
people were
it's
chasing
like,
her.
interacting with another
She
person,
turned
being able
away
to talk
and
back
sighed
and forth.
heavily.
It's the same thing that happened with the ad lib episodes. There was somebody who commented and said, like, I can't stand Coury in regular videos, but like in these ad lib videos when he's just talking like a normal, like being conversational with another person, it's like he seems like somebody I'd want to hang out with.
Hungry, angry, and
So,
disappointed, the
I wish I
tribesmen
could just, like,
decided to
make
get
those
rid of their chief, and they
two
almost
into the
had
same
their
thing.
way.
I
With
mean,
a kind smile, the shaman took white powder from her pouch and painted Cave's face.
I mean,
with the marks of
obviously
warning.
I stumble a lot over my words and on streams. I mean, I just can't help it. That's just, especially when I'm playing games, like my attention is so divided and it takes so much concentration and mind power for me to get my words out right.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so much better scripted. And it amazes me that people even watch our streams. But talking to people, like, I don't even really think about how many people are watching on stream. I don't know. Streaming's different. It just streaming does not psych me out. I never feel nervous streaming.
So people are saying it's called Toastmasters. Like,
Toastmasters? What's
that's
Toastmasters?
like a public speaking group.
Oh. Sounds a little fancy to me. Whoa, look at that horrible thing.
It's Toastmasters International.
This looks like a Jenkin Pond thing. Look at this. Was it Jenkin Pond?
Yeah, or just rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
Toastmasters, if you want to practice public speaking, improve your communication, and build leadership skills.
Ooh, leader. Oh, anything that says improve your leadership skills sounds gross.
Well, it's all like one thing, really.
That's just like that reeks so much of I'm going to climb the corporate ladder attitude. Which,
Well,
as an extraordinarily non-ambitious person, I always it just that kind of stuff is always just like
Toastmasters
gross
International
to me.
is where leaders are made.
Ugh, I do not want to be a leader.
Speak your piece quickly. You can take your time speaking even for a second.
It sounds
Yeah.
like this is speaking more for like people in a corporate environment.
Yeah.
No offense to anyone who lives that and loves it, but it's not.
Right. I mean,
Not
I
for
think
me.
maybe what I need to do,
Whoa,
and I was
that's-
talking to somebody about like, like even I would like to get better at my like VO inflections and stuff like that, So I'm like, oh, maybe I should like see if I could talk to like someone who does like voice acting, to, like.
Yeah,
give me,
knowing when to
help
take
me.
your breaths and stuff that's challenging.
Yeah. So I mean,
I
I like that's something I need to do. Is like I would like if anybody like knows any voice actors that like do like any like training or counseling or whatever, let me know, because that's something that I would be interested in doing.
it's so annoying, but like I've kind of started to hold myself to this standard of cutting out 90% of my breaths. Like I make a cut, I condense it, and I put the exponential fade between it or something like that. Like, unless I'm on camera. If I'm on camera, I let myself breathe. But I cut out most of my breaths, and it probably is way more time consuming than it's worth.
Yeah, I use like a
But
my breaths,
but
my big breaths.
at the same time, though, like I've also kind of gotten into a rhythm of where oftentimes I you know, where I would likely breathe, like I just like stop. And then, you know, something I've noticed more recently is that I guess I find it easier to make sort of a continued sentence sound natural when I, like, you know, need to pick up the VO. I didn't finish the line, but I was happy with what I said before, so I'm not going to reread the whole thing. I've kind of gotten to where I just read like the last 2 words of the previous section, because I've found it much easier, like, to cut them together, cut those takes together if I if it, like, I don't know how to explain it. If I have a running start on the second section, because something I always try to do too is, like, if I'm starting on a word like but or and, like, I always kind of try to make it a softer but or and, because, like, sometimes the first word that you say, even if it's like midway through a sentence, is like subconsciously just kind of faster,
Right.
or louder, and it doesn't sound like you're continuing your thought. Like it doesn't flow with it. So I always try to, like, if it's picking up a sentence or phrase, I try to not put an over strong emphasis on my first word. A soft butt. Yeah.
Yeah. That's like one of the things that I would like it to be, like, or that I would like to do in the going into this new year. Like, that's one of the things that's on my list of something I would like to get better at and take the initiative on to improve upon.
Arbor butt.
Yeah, I see a shirt saying I can talk to dubbing crew, or if our directors know anybody. Yeah, I mean, I will totally pay for it and everything, obviously.
Did we talk about the armor butt on this stream?
No.
When we were playing Ghouls and Ghosts on the Backloggery stream, I was when Arthur climbs a ladder, like when he's like at the top of the ladder, like his butt is like such a butt shape.
Oh yeah,
and
you can stop in that position.
And even when he's like got full armor, it's just like the most like shapely butt shaped armor ever. it's hilarious.
Yeah,
So are these supposed to be like aliens in this world, or are they just like extinct animals?
I don't know. It sounds like you're thinking too deeply about a game about a caveman wearing a jetpack. It doesn't even feel like I ate that chip from hell.
Oh, it's all gone now, or so you think.
Yeah.
Wait till
not even the memory remains. Oh, there was $1 from Yo-Yo Yoshio.
Oh.
Saying, have you ever considered doing a video on PAL versus NTSC? Having grown up in the UK, I can attest PAL is worse for most situations involving gaming for consoles like NES or MD minus 10 hertz can sometimes be worth the 20-ish extra pixels when optimized to use them. It seems like...
I feel like John and Audie could knock that out
Yeah,
much more
yeah.
than us.
I mean, we just don't have the amount of stuff on hand.
Yeah, I mean, we can
Make
do
it
like, you know, our PVMs can do 50 hertz. You know, that's, you know, I'll load up like a, you know, a PAL ROM. You know, I've got a 50 hertz Mega Drive 2, and you know, there are other ways that we can load up stuff at 50 hertz. But you know, people have pointed out, like, for example, you know, it was this big surprise to me that you can run PAL ROMs on a what is, oh, that's just ammo. You can run PAL ROMs on a North American N64, and when you do so, the system actually outputs at 50 hertz. But someone pointed out on, I believe it must have been the Mario 64 video. Someone pointed out that, you know, they could tell that this was a played on North American N64 because I guess the music was pitched wrong. Like, apparently, the game does run slower on a PAL system, yes, but apparently the music is pitched correctly on a PAL N64.
Huh.
So I, you know, even in instances where we think we can replicate it, you know, it's not necessarily, it doesn't completely mimic the true PAL experience. So like I say, I feel like that's more of a John and Audie thing if that ever felt like something they wanted to do, which I don't know if it is or isn't.
There was $4.99 from NAP or NAP saying, any advice to a near middle-aged guy trying to get into video production / editing? I mean, are you like looking to do a complete career change?
Or maybe it's just, you know, wanting to do it for fun, do it for YouTube.
Yeah.
Do it, add another skill for your job.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's so hard for me to give advice because it's like just sometimes it's just like second nature at this point, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, what was really beneficial for me, at least, you know, when I first got into it, is like I was taking like some training classes at a post-production facility that did training, and you're in these classes with other people who are like working at like bigger companies. Like this is like in like New York City, so I was like in classes with people who like were like producers at MTV and stuff, and I ended up getting a bunch of work that way, like freelance work, by being in these classes and getting to know these people. And they were usually really small classes, like 3 or 4 people in each class, and it was just like for like a long weekend usually.
You know, I honestly, you know, in terms of like speaking on camera and stuff, you know, I haven't heard in a while, but like, you know, a lot of people like kind of accuse me of having like a newscaster type tone. But you know, my old boss, you know, my old job, who did the How to Beat voice.
Yeah.
You know, he was a news reporter. That was his. He was a TV news reporter. That was his background. And I would watch him, you know, do his thing, you know, because even though he, you know, got out of TV news, like we, you know, used his skills to produce a monthly news show. I you know, I didn't want him to like know that I was like, you know, the extent of what I was doing on the channel, because
Right.
I didn't want him to like be like, oh, you can write. You know, because he asked everyone else who could write to write for the show. He never asked me to write. And
Yeah.
I wanted to keep it that way. All I did was shoot video and edit. This is all I did. But anyway, but like I definitely like learned a ton just like from shooting his segments, you know? Like I just the way that he spoke and things like that, like the way I started off reading on camera was, you know, I mean, obviously, you know, it's me and my voice, but some of it was definitely modeled after his style, you know? So like just surrounding yourself by people who do these kinds of things can kind of have a, you know, a sort of rub off on you, I guess.
Right. Well, I think that it's important also. I mean, you're saying that I have an associate's degree, but I don't feel like it really taught me what I needed to know. And in a lot of cases, like that's like just like college in general. A lot of times, I mean, I don't know if it's like that for like other career paths, but I certainly did not learn as much as I wish that I had learned.
I mean, the way I think of it is, you know, college prepares you to get actual experience, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
A lot of times you just kind of like, you know, a lot of times it's like trial by fire. Like you just like learn.
yeah.
You know,
I mean,
during-
you learn
like
what
for me, it was like I like when I moved to New York, it was like I was forcing myself into a sink or swim situation where I had to do like as the best that I possibly could, you know, and I had to figure it out. And sometimes like that's just what it comes down to, is you have to force yourself into something that you know that you know you're forced to figure it out. Sink or swim. But I mean, if you have like an associate's degree in some of this stuff, like, you know, maybe just like make kind of stuff that you want to make, like, you know, essentially like create your own opportunities. And the more you do it, the better you get, and you figure out a lot of stuff along the way.
making YouTube videos is creating your own opportunities, I guess.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, and that's why, like, you know, I always say, like, oh, I wish I had started a lot earlier. I think we had talked about this, like, oh, you know, wishing that, like, we could have, like, started earlier. Like, where would we be if we started 5 years before we did?
And we could have. I mean, the thoughts were there, you know. But I also feel like if I was that many years younger, I would have ended up probably being a lot sillier, a lot goofier. I mean, we have our sense of humor and stuff. But I feel like I probably would have made something that's like so obnoxious I would like.
Right. Well, and it's impossible to say. You know, like, I am very happy that, you know, that I was the age that I was when we started making stuff, because, you know, like it has made me like make better decisions about the kind of stuff that I make.
Yeah.
What was it? Like, we had a comment like the other day. It was basically saying that, like, you know, we didn't have any personality because we don't swear in our videos.
Yeah, that was the funniest thing. Like, I'd never.
Like, oh, these guys have no identity. Who's saying, like, who's like using this language? Like,
They're publicly using words like heck.
Yeah.
like as if that's something to be embarrassed about. Like most good writers would tell you that you know, cursing when it's not necessary is a crutch.
Yeah.
Like that was just like, that was so funny, I thought.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know, the thing for me is that I'm very happy that we make, you know, like we don't use any like really swear at all in our videos because like there's people that they use it like every other word in their videos, and I feel like that is going to be embarrassing for my kids when they get older. If you're not playing a character, if you're playing yourself, like I think that kind of stuff is embarrassing. So I mean that's how I feel about it.
Tim Rogers has turned non-cussing into an art form. That's
Yeah,
very
I mean,
true.
like it's funny because he constantly like kind of skirts around it. I think he does a great job with that. Yeah, like it's important for I feel that it's important for us to be family friendly.
Yeah, I mean, for us, there is zero advantage to not.
A really nice donation / message like last Monday, I think, saying that like I really enjoy that I can like listen to your streams and stuff when I'm putting my kids to bed, and they don't have to be worried about the like the language on it. And my wife said the same thing. Like I showed that to her, and she said, I'm really happy that like you give people this outlet, because there's some people that she really enjoys that she's like, oh, they have like such a good message, and I think that the kids would really enjoy listening to it, but I can't listen to that with them because like they just swear all the time. So I mean, like, and I think that's really nice. Like, this feels good to be able to do that.
What are you looking at me like?
GIG is saying, on the cursing note, I find that clean comedy tends to be much funnier. The comedians have to have great content as opposed to just shock value. And I definitely agree, and there's something about it. There's something really nice about clean comedy that just like kind of plays it straight. So many times we get like, I don't know how often it happens now, but where it's like, we're just gonna like make this so obviously funny, and I think a lot about like the what is it, like the Zuckers, like their earlier movies, like I think it was like Airplane. There's like so much humor in that, like, and there's definitely some zany stuff in it, but there's also a lot of stuff that's just played straight, as if like that like nobody really quite knows exactly like what's funny.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about it.
That's the stuff that like you come back years later.
Yeah.
Like you may have not even noticed it the first time, and you're like, okay, now that is funny.
Yeah.
And that's what 80s comedies were so good at.
And when I was watching Spaceballs like the other day, it just like I always thought it was funny, but it is like even more apparent to me just how funny that intro is with the with how long the ship is, and it just keeps on going. Like I always thought it was funny, but it just like for some reason at 43 it just hit differently, and it was like a lot funnier. But yeah, I mean, there's something about like the Zuckers with like when they did. It happened like right around like the second Naked Gun is when things got like more obnoxious, I think. But you look at the first Naked Gun, and the first Naked Gun and Police Squad was just incredibly funny.
I've got to watch Police Squad sometime.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of the stuff kind of gets recycled in the movies.
But it's been so long since I've seen the movies. Like,
The first Naked Gun is definitely funnier than you probably remember.
I've probably not watched them since college.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like after like the second and third one are not great, but the first one is still very funny. I bet you the last level in this game is like the alien spaceship is going to be exploding.
Oh, and we're going to it'll be one of these sections. Yeah. Yep, I can definitely see that coming. I mean, I didn't see it coming, but now that you say it, there's like at least a 95% chance that's how the game's going. And now you own it, so you can,
I should have seen this coming.
Too.
Should have seen this coming. You know, like you remember the it was such an early kind of fan film, but there was the that Star Wars Hops parody called Troops.
I might have seen that.
Oh, it's
very
funny.
I remember the days when, like, you know, Star Wars websites and stuff like that had, you know, fan films. I mean, you download videos back then. You know?
Yeah, oh yeah. But, you know, like Troops, it definitely plays it very straight. You know, like do you remember? Have you ever seen it?
I'm sure I have, but I don't really remember. I mean, it's such a long time ago.
Oh, it's really funny. It's really funny, and it's funny because, you know, like Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru like are dead because like essentially like they just got into a big fight with each other, and the troops showed up to like break up the fight. And you know they're trying to talk Beru like out of being like she was being all crazy, and like, you know, we're gonna take you in and like let you cool off for a little bit, and then she like pulls out like this thermal detonator, and the one main guy is like, I should have seen this coming. And that's like what happens. Like that's how they ended up dying. It's very funny. It's very funny. You know, but that was like what, like 98. Like that was out like well before episode 1 was even out.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so what is this? What does this Dino Buddy do?
Oh, there's a $4.99 from Nap/NAP saying thanks for the advice, everyone. Well, let us know how it goes.
See, that's the good thing about a stream format, where we don't, times when we don't have things to say.
Yeah.
You know, the chat sometimes does.
Oh, really? Cam Clark was one of the troops?
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I had no idea.
I'm still not entirely sure what this Dino
It should be.
Buddy is supposed to do.
Yeah, it was when special editions came out in the theater. Oh, there was $10 from John the Don.
Thank you.
Saying a good conversation. I'm definitely feeling like I'm sinking when I'm buried at work, and it's not fun, and feel like I hit a plateau, but I'm still swimming by thinking and learning and setting up opportunities. Yeah, I'm just trying to parse the words really quick. I really feel like I'm sinking when I'm buried at work. That's not fun. I feel like I hit a plateau. I'm still swimming, thinking and learning to set up opportunities. Yeah, I mean, you're making your own opportunities essentially.
I mean, that
like
was how I felt for a long time at my old job. You know, my boss that I mentioned that was, you know, the former TV news guy. Mm-hmm. You know, before he came, like, I really felt like, you know, I used to think, like, when I was in college, you know, like, you know, video production stuff, like, I thought, you know, oh, I'm really good at this, you know, and I felt like once I started my job, you know, what was required of me was so small, and I guess I was not ambitious enough or passionate enough about, you know,
The subject matter.
what we were doing in the subject matter to, like, really, like, I could have, you know, at my job been more ambitious and, you know,
Influence stuff a bit more.
influence stuff, you know, come up with show concepts and
Yeah.
and been more hands-on if, you know, I was more, you know, I could have, you know, done more to teach the students if I was more of a people person and stuff like that. But, you know, I mean, and I, you know, some of the students who were, you know, really good at what they did, you know, I definitely got along with them and stuff. But, you know, I didn't have a lot of, I just didn't feel driven to do anything of my own making there. So mostly I just did what I had to do, right?
Right.
And
yeah, no,
and I very much felt like I regressed in that time. Like, you know, there was this point where I'm like, you know, like, I don't think I'm as good at this stuff as I was, or at least as I thought I was when I was like a student, you know? And when you know, the former news guy came in, like, he is a very, you know, very ambitious, you know, workaholic kind of personality, which I am not, even though I do work like crazy, you know, on the show as we have for the past month and a half. But, you know, it is not in my nature to overwork. But at the same time, like, his ambition gave me things to work on that made me feel like I was growing again. You know, I was,
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I was getting better at shooting, at editing, at all these things. And if it weren't for him, you know, I don't think I would have been really ready to do MLiG as good as we start out. I mean, I looking at early MLiG stuff is like nails on a chalkboard to me right now, because some of the early stuff is really bad. But, you know, I don't think I would have even been able to be up to that level, you know, if not for, you know, the opportunities that he gave me to edit more interesting and challenging content.
Right.
You know? So, you know, I guess I say all that to say I can definitely understand the feeling of just, like, not going anywhere at work. And, you know, sometimes it comes down to having the right people that, you know, are, oh, this is like, now we're going horizontal, like Rocket Knight style. But I guess sometimes it just comes to having the right people around you who will give you the kinds of material that, you know, you need to you know, expand your skills, because I was not getting that, you know, with how things were previously. Like, no one, you know, my old boss, you know, and
You got to the point where you felt like you had learned enough.
right, but like my first boss, you know, like, I mean, you know, he's a good guy, but, and almost too much like me, honestly. You know, very quiet, doesn't want a lot of attention. You know, he wanted to kind of fly under the radar, and, you know, he, you know, like me, we didn't really do anything much more ambitious than we really had to, you know? And like, I mean, like I said, we were almost too similar. And that, I kind of require outside forces, I guess, to encourage me to not be lazy. and he was not that, you know? And, I mean, we've said it many times, you know, we would not have gone on nearly as long as, or gotten as far or done as well as we have on YouTube if it wasn't for it being a team, for being two of us.
Oh, for
because,
sure.
you know, if I don't get something done, then I'm laying you down, you know? It's like, I have to do this not for myself, but I have to do it for you or for the viewers or something like that. That motivation doesn't necessarily come from within, because I mean, I'd sure as heck just rather, you know, play video games and watch movies all day than do work. At least that's my nature, you know? It's like, I need, you know, people to, I guess, you know, encourage me to, you know, do things, I guess.
Right.
Should I do one more level, or should we
hang
it
it
out for the
like
night? It's kind of late. You go to bed early these days.
well, I mean, earlier, so I can get up way earlier.
Yeah.
Although we're gonna see how tomorrow's gonna go.
Anyhow.
Well, this was a lot more fun. Like, I didn't know what to expect from this game, and it's turned out to be a lot more popular than I expected.
Oh, this game, people seem to like it.
Yeah.
I didn't really catch too much of that in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a very kind of a simple game.
I mean, there's nothing crazy about it, but it's just like it's surprisingly nice looking for an eShop game, a digital only game that like no one seems to know or talk about, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's pretty well made. There's not any crazy ideas here, but it's well made. It feels good to play. It looks good. You know, it's a good little thing. You know, it's still $1.99 on the eShop
For like 20 more minutes. Maybe.
I see Tempest Mask 1000 asking as a last minute question about the OSSC. They're on Amazon, but not Video Game Perfection. I don't really know like what the current providers are, if they're good
Right.
and on the up and
I have
up.
no idea.
You know, Kaiko was kind of one of the first big ones that was up there, but then they kind of turned out to be a pretty shady company.
Yeah.
So
If you're looking to get an OSSC, like I would definitely get one from Video Game Perfection, especially since they just are just releasing the 1.7 OSSC.
I
which
forgot
just,
about that. What is that?
It just adds a couple it has voltage protection and stuff on it. It has one of the switches is different for the audio input. Just
and ultimately,
very, little, minor changes. But
he's the one that works directly with Marcus, who's the creator of the OSSC. So I mean, buying it through Video Game Perfection, supports the actual creator. So, I like to do it through there, ideally.
Right.
But yeah.
Well, I think that's going to do it. Thanks everybody who hung out and everyone who donated. It was a lot of fun tonight.
Paul Bergkamp does want to know how your tummy is, though.
It feels okay right now. He has a.
Your tummy is good. It's just the last stop on the line that might be of concern.
Well, we'll see how it goes. I feel okay though. But you know what? Someone asked way earlier if it was the hottest thing I've ever eaten. And I think that it may have been the hottest thing I've ever eaten.
I mean, the way you reacted was definitely like the other stuff. You were just like, oh, and you just kept eating. It was like, no big deal.
Yeah, but this was definitely a lot more challenging.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad now that we did not both do it at the same time, because it doesn't seem like something that you could suffer easily through while playing a game.
No. I made it over an hour, so I'm going to submit the clip to the site tomorrow. So hopefully I'll go up on the Wall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you might have to trim it some. You can just download it and trim it.
I can just link a. I can make a clip. Yeah.
Or yeah.
Or a clip. like on YouTube,
Yeah.
because you can do that and just. Yeah, we'll see how I'm doing tomorrow. But I made it an hour without having anything to eat or drink.
Excellent. Well, good night,
All right,
everyone.
everybody. Have a great week, okay?
Yep. We
And,
will see you next Sunday.
Take care.